All right, we are live. We are live. We are live. And what a great day for us Xbox gamers. And it's going to be an even better day because for the first time on the Unlimited Truth, I get to work with a man that we've actually known each other for a minute, and we go back to the days I used to watch this man on Mixer, guys, with the back when Xbox had the best gaming streaming service, Mixer. I was watching this man then, and for him to finally join us today on today's episode of The Truth is a major pleasure. So with that, I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, the new legal. Introduce yourself, man. Hey, you there, legal?
Man, it's finger licking good, baby. It's finger licking good. What's up, everybody out there, man? How y'all doing out there in them streets? It's good to be a part of the show tonight, man.
Yeah,
it's
man.
Good.
And we got Six Layer and Shizno Elite saying what's up. And let me also introduce the other panel member, Tug Master, man. Introduce yourself.
Hey everybody, this is your boy DJ Tug Master, the original Pony Killer, and I'm gonna smash them damn ponies today. So let's get this show going on.
Yeah, but you know, as we get started, we got to get started with the clear big news, man. And so Bethesda put out about an hour ago. As of this morning, Starfield has surpassed 6 million players, making it the biggest Bethesda game launch of all time. And I've told you guys forever ago.
That's crazy.
I told you guys forever ago that this is the new status quo. The new status quo is that every Xbox game is a success, as we saw Hi-Fi Rush, millions of players. Freaking High on Life was the biggest third-party launch late last year. What was that game that had over 10 million players? Grounded had over 10 million players. I told you guys for the longest that the new status quo is here. It's here to stay. And that the days of but how much did they sell is over because of the Game Pass effect. And the Game Pass effect is not, oh, this is just fodder. No, the Game Pass effect is that millions of players pretty much have access to these games. And here's the kicker. Over a million people, we already know over a million people bought the game because they had over a million players before the official release. But for them to say, hey, Zink, thank you for joining, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and for that's right. And for Bethesda to confirm that 6 million players have played Starfield, and it's their biggest launch of all time, without PlayStation, mind you, because that was one of the narratives to Xbox fans. Let's not listen, Xbox fans. I know you guys are like me. Y'all don't suffer from short-term memory. Let's remember how they used to say, but they need that Sony money. No, they fucking don't. Right. 6 million players. Over a million people played it before the official launch, which means that they had to pay to play it since September 1st. And by the way, the game officially released just yesterday. Over 6 million players, their biggest launch ever, right? So the point is today is another victory lap. And it's a victory lap because
it's a new day, baby.
Yeah, and as my good friend, the new legal says, big bank beat little bank. But right now, this might as well be Bank of America versus my local bank.
Right, one of those state-only banks.
Yeah, because this is a massacre at this point. And matter of fact, and speaking of new legal, I got to put your tweet up, man, because it was hilarious.
Hold on, this is new legal?
Yes, this is new legal.
Hey, man, what's up, all dude?
My man,
hey, it's gonna be a clown show. They in trouble. Hey, just to give you a little more fuel to the fire, one of our piece of shit boys, Angry Joe, said, "Oh, they have to have PlayStation in order for Starfield to succeed." Yeah, I saw a video. Somebody called him out the other day. Sure did.
And here's the kicker, Zink. Phil said a couple years ago, no, we don't need Sony, and y'all called him a liar. And by the way, this is New Legal's hilarious tweet. On one side, he put thanks for over 6 million Starfield players, And on the right, he got God of War Ragnarok, 5.1 million, fastest selling franchise record. Okay, maybe I'm the dumbass here, but somebody tell me what number is bigger, 6 million or 5.1?
Well, if it's somebody, if it's a Sony fan, they have basic math all messed up. So, we really don't know.
Yeah. So I just
Hey, you guys can hear me, right?
Oh, loud and clear.
Yes, sir. You sound good.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay. Okay, I'm in the ride. I'm going home. I just want to make sure I'm good. Okay, keep going, y'all.
Okay, yeah.
I'm loving this already.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, pretty much. Listen, the new status quo is here. Get ready for more of this. Get ready for Avowed to be Obsidian's biggest launch ever. Get ready for Hellblade 2 to be Ninja Blade's biggest launch ever. Get ready for Forza Motorsport to be Turn 10's biggest launch ever. It's going to happen. It's going to happen because when 35 to 40 million people are subscribed to Game Pass, when millions are literally buying the game to play it early, like myself and like most of us here. This tells you that the day. See, you guys. Here's the thing: the gaming community has been throwing a hissy fit towards Starfield the moment they confirmed it was exclusive. Because I saw the videos, I saw the tweets, I saw the articles. Y'all were so confident. They were so confident that for posterity reasons, Starfield, Elder Scrolls 6, and all that still coming to PlayStation. They were just so confident. But how can Microsoft survive without Sony? That's what they told you. No, that's not what they told you. That's what they lied to you about. Because this community is full of fucking liars, and more than ever, this week exposed it. Right? Because forever they're trying to tear this game down so hard. I mean, every stupid ass clickbait article you could think of, I've seen with my own two eyes. I've read with my own two eyes. I processed. I took in. I consumed. And the reason why I did it is for research, because I want to prove to you guys that nothing they say matters, and that's what kills them. At the end of the day, as we saw with Hi-Fi Rush at the beginning of the year, they stealth-dropped that. They couldn't kill it. And now we see with Starfield, they try to kill this game. 6 million players are playing it. Their biggest launch ever. Game of the generation. And here's the kicker. PlayStation, you guys just got this game called Baldur's Gate 3 that's going to win Game of the Year at Jeff Keighley's Awards show. I'm letting you guys know that now.
Talk to him.
And you guys aren't playing it. I get where's the 6 million players on Baldur's Gate 3? Huh? You guys got 40 million consoles?
97. Right.
New Legal, I have been saying that in chats all damn day. 97 out of 100.
Yeah, not
97.
14 frames per second. Listen, look at your screen. Look at your screen. PlayStation 5 quality mode. It's 97, 14 frames per second. Come on, guys. Represent. You guys keep telling us that you guys have told us that, man, this Starfield's gonna flop. Starfield's trash. It's not a good
production is getting them, bro. He killing them.
Come on, yo, legal. Am I lying? Listen, somebody please go in the chat right now and prove me wrong. Show me the 6 million players that are playing this fucking game. Oh, that's right. Y'all stop giving a fuck the moment it came out that the games come to Xbox. The moment Phil Spencer said that, legal. They hate they keep their pre-orders. They stop talking about it. They stop using Metacritic. Everything. It's done. It's done. You're finished. And you're finished because you couldn't kill Starfield. 6 million players.
Hey. Also, I want to add to that. They said our Baldur's Gate will be coming out anywhere between September and October.
Yeah, it's still coming out soon on Xbox. So you guys and all you guys got left as that meme I seen is Spider-Man, but y'all don't give a fuck about Spider-Man.
See, New Legal.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
And like you, New Legal. What we do here, man, we point out things like Tuck just pulled that out. Tuck, let's go a little bit before that. How Destin Legary and all of these pony bots was shouting, "I can't believe Microsoft don't have a game like Baldur's Gate and letting the S hold them back." We front you out here. Get them Unlimited.
Ryan McCaffrey. I'm calling you out too. Xbox desperately needs a game like God of War. They're desperate for their Zelda. Well, hold on. Let's look at the coverage. 8 over 8,800 Starfield articles was written by you bums in the gaming media. Baldur's Gate 3 came out the same fucking day on PlayStation, and y'all only written 1,600. Y'all don't see because even y'all don't give a fuck about the game. You see, we all know. Listen, I've been saying it for a while now. The gaming world revolves around Xbox because nobody cares when it's not Xbox related. And look at the graph on screen. Starfield had more articles, had more coverage than every other game here. And these are games that either releasing soon or already released. The PlayStation Portal, which is going to flop. Lies of P, which is day one on Game Pass. Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty, which should be fantastic. Sea of Stars, which just released. Final Fantasy 16, which flopped. That flopped so hard. The dudes over at Square Enix saying shit. We probably shouldn't have made that exclusive, right? Yep. So spear me. So you got no excuses. There's nothing they could say anymore. There's nothing you could do anymore. There's nothing you could prove anymore because anytime you try to prove something, I'm just going to go back to this tweet where 6 million players in the first week. 6 million.
That's all you need now.
Wake me up when a Sony Games does that.
There you go.
And with that, I'm gonna pass the mic over to you, Legal.
You know what? I ain't got nothing to say. I ain't got a damn thing to say. Yo, Zeke. Zeke. You know what? You know what Unlimited? You know what Unlimited? Boy, you set that fire too hot. I can't get in that furnace. This ain't the story of Daniel. I'm not finna go in that furnace. This ain't Daniel. And I'm gonna tell you right now, all I'm gonna do is ad-lib. Y'all killing it. Look, man, I'm gonna say this. I'll give production some justice. All right, Zink, I'll give you some justice. Tuck and Zink. All right, here you go. I'm gonna get back onto my subject, right? What cracks me up about the gaming media is I've been saying this for years, and Unlimited Production knows I've been saying this right here. Mm-hmm. The media has been talking to y'all like y'all dumb. Have I not been saying that?
Oh my goodness, we're so stupid.
For years. Right? The media talks to y'all like y'all are dumb. So they don't have what they try to do is they try to pull the veil over your head, right? They try to pull it over your head, put some blinders on your eyes, right? And they want you to forget exactly how they got there. They got there from being Sony shields, right? They got there from being Sony OnlyFans, right? Mm-hmm. They got there, they built they didn't know, listen, not one of them, all right? And look, man, this is just pathetic that I even got to say this, but this is just so evident, right? Not one of them built an Xbox show. Not one of them. See, because if you represent Xbox, Xbox has to be your stepchild console. It can't be your primary. Remember how they treat Xbox? Well, I got an Xbox, that's how they always would do it. Well, I got one. Well, man, it don't matter if you got one if you ain't gaming on it. We don't care that you got one. Mm-hmm. What you want us to do, clap for you? Okay, you got one, so what, right? That was their little thing, so they could talk about Xbox. But they never been in Xbox communities. They look at us, right? We don't go around messing with nobody, right? You ain't never seen any of these guys or me or anybody else like us going around messing with anybody. But you expect to come out in these streets, put up dumb posts, and then think nobody's gonna check you on it. And the ones that check you on it, that's who you block. That's who you call, that's who you say, oh, look, this is the troublemaker. Nah, bro, if you out here saying that nonsense, and we as real gamers know better than that, we're gonna check you, right? So your time is running short even on the X platform because they about to remove that block feature. Oh yes, you about to get your ass right. Oh yes, you weaklings are about to get your asses right back in that gauntlet, and the real gamers are about to take this shit back over. See, the gaming era came over. It benefited you weak ass gamers because y'all put a mic in your mouth. Once you put that mic and that camera on y'all's face, y'all was able to dilute what true gaming community was all about. We never said we hated PlayStation fans. We never said we hated PlayStation. All we ever said was, I ain't never buy that shit. You can call that what you want, but I've been saying that shit for years. That ain't never stopped PlayStation from selling its consoles. Who y'all fooling? Legal ain't that damn powerful. My voice ain't hurting shit out here. These cats are still buying PlayStations and they're overheating, blowing up in their houses and shit. They're still gonna buy it. That's never been my problem, right? That's never been my problem. My problem is when you fake it. It's already hard enough to be an Xbox fan out here. We don't need the fakes out here, right?
No, we don't.
Where do we go? I challenge anybody to show me who a real Xbox channel, where's a real Xbox channel at, hardcore Xbox channel at, that we can go to. You can't point me to one.
Mm-hmm. That's why we always say. That's why we always say our affiliates sometimes, because we know who you are. You know, we said something about you on Sega Man's show the other day, but we know who's who, and we know who's not.
We do. Listen, man, I put the jersey on for Xbox. I can. As a matter of fact, one day I'm gonna do my own little documentary. I got to do a little documentary because there's a reason why Legal loves Xbox. I don't just like Xbox just because. There's a reason behind it. Big reason behind it. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, they get out here, right? They start talking like we don't know where they come from. You built your empires off the PlayStation community. You didn't build your empire off the Xbox community. None of them that. None of them. So we got Alana Pierce out here today, right? And she wants to act tough. Talk about, oh, I got people that tell me about what people say about me. Well, that's good. That's cool. That's funny because that's kind of whack to me. You got people who sit up on Twitter all day looking to see who's saying something bad about you. It's an open platform on social media. If you can't take the heat, why are you out here? That's the first thing. So you say, right? Well, I ignore most of it, because I'm a big girl. I'm older now, like I'm more mature. So if that means to tell me though, so at one point in life you was immature. You're admitting that at one point in my life, I was just like this guy. I was on social web acting silly just like this guy. So you admit that you know where your footsteps come from. Because if you say you're much more mature and you're much older, that means you had to come from somewhere. And we all know where you came from. We all know what you did to get to where you at. Because when I checked you, right, on Twitter, this is how Alana blocked me. She lied, talking about I block people who harass and just constantly harass and stuff, right? And when I do block, I kind of find it funny, right? But that's not how she blocked me. So she lied to y'all. I'm gonna tell you how she blocked me. She blocked me because I exposed a little weak ass for talking about Game Pass a long time ago. She was upset that Microsoft made Game Pass and it had all these games available to gamers. Now this is the same person now who has a mic and a camera. Once you look at her purple hair and her cleavage and stuff, right? Same person, right? She got all the little weirdo guys out there. They having dreams about Alana, That's our audience, right? But I'm here to say we full grown men here. We ain't never sweat you like that. We full grown men here.
No.
Right? That kind of stuff don't tickle my Elmo, right? So you can tickle them little youngsters that are going through puberty. That was your fan base. That ain't our fan base. We men over here. So I'm gonna talk. So since you so-called called yourself a woman today, so I'm gonna talk to you like you a woman, right? So you acknowledge that you came from some place of immaturity, and all of a sudden you done grew up. But let's look at your work. Let's look at what you just did today. A mature woman, right, wouldn't go and attack the lowest common denominator. You attacked a random person on Twitter that had no mic to rebuttal you, couldn't defend themselves, right? But you wanted to get up, and what's funny is he used Twitter, a free landing zone place. Anybody can get it. It's wide open. Guess where Alana went to? She went to her safe haven place, her YouTube channel. Why? Because just like Alana, all the other ones, all they care about is their platform. She's
Yes.
not in it for the gaming community. Because if you was in it, Alana, for the gaming community, hold on, let me finish this one. I want everybody to realize this, and I don't care if you like what I say about her or not. I could care less. She don't pay my bills. She don't pay your bills. She don't buy my video games. She don't buy your video games. She don't buy my TVs. She don't buy your TVs. Right? So I'm gonna say what I have to say as a grown-ass man. You went on your platform so that you can get your ads, you can get your money up, right? When this guy went to Twitter, so you didn't care the fact that, let me bring it to him, let me go down here where he's at and address him right here. No, you went to YouTube so it can benefit you addressing him. That's all that was about. First, you played the victim role. Second, you act like what this guy was saying was so bizarre to you. Girl, we know about you getting dick pics and everything else, right? But you just want to act like because this guy says you don't express your loyalty so hardcore for PlayStation, you should be fired. It's not professional. You want us to look at that, us grown ass men, right? You want us to look at that and be like, man, that's kind of harsh. You know, when you, Alana, built your empire off of people like this. See, it was only cool as long if that guy said it in a different way to you and then threw $50 at your tube, you wouldn't have cared nothing about it. You'd have told that dude, thank you for your honest opinion. That's the way you feel. Thanks for the 50, right?
Yep.
As long as they're benefiting your table, you could care less. But it was on Twitter, right? Or X, right? And the thing is, it can catch fire. So of course you work for the industry now, right? So you know how it works. If they feel like something can take off, they're gonna tell you, hey, you need to address this. We know how it goes. You admitted it because you said you have watchers that look around and watch and warn, oh, you don't want to mess with this one or avoid this one, avoid. Yeah, because y'all are all about, right? Y'all are all about going after the weak people. Y'all are all about trying to make a stance to keep people blinded by what you really do. But watch this, y'all. She attacks that person, right? Because it's easy to point at the streets, like I've been saying. All the toxicity comes from us, right? She even brought up the console wars, as if console wars was a bad thing. That lets you know her age right there. Console wars ain't a bad thing. Alana, your generation and how it uses the console wars was the bad thing. Instead of educating your generation on what a true console war is, you talk about it because it benefits your platform, because you want people to think you're this innocent angel out here. So let's just really get down to it, right? So now that you're so mature and you like to call people out on the streets, we just had a doofus last week, right? Giving Starfield, the very game that you praising. Oh, well, we know why you praising it. You're part of the media. It's just like I said, there will come a time where everywhere you look and everywhere you see, when they mention gaming, who they gonna talk about? Xbox. I said that. That's my slogan. The reason why, Alana, you have to talk about Starfield is because you're part of the media. The media is gonna talk about what's hot. It's just that damn simple. It's just that damn simple. It's not like you out here in these Xbox streets playing these Xbox games, putting these hours in, gaming up a storm. You in our community, you talk with us, you mess with. You ain't that. You ain't about that life. You about your channel and you about Santa Monica's life. That's what you about. Let's not get it twisted, right? Because if you was really about that life alone, right? You would have called that idiot out last week that gave Starfield a 7 twice from IGN.
Agreed.
I agree.
You're not fooling nobody. You went the easy way out. So you got Baldur's Gate out here. You see them talking about, this is the funniest thing about all of this. Bethesda makes their biggest, largest game, right? They make their masterpiece. There's no bugs in this game whatsoever.
Yeah, it's smooth.
This game is buttery smooth.
Legal. if
you know I'm going with this. Go ahead.
If Starfield released in the state that it did on PlayStation, the fact it had no bugs would be praised out the ass because this game is smooth. I mean, it plays so damn well on the Series X. It's stunning because it's so damn massive. Yep. But continue.
Yeah, the fact that Bethesda has made their masterpiece. See, their real masterpiece has been done. We don't need Metacritic to know that this game is a masterpiece because we're gamers. I told y'all, the gamer is going to talk, not the reviewer, not your influencer that don't give you nothing. Your influencers don't give you no games. They don't do. If influencers are that important in our community, why did Final Fantasy 16 flop? Why did PlayStation VR 2 flop?
Keep going.
See, PlayStation has all the help. Y'all walk around with all the media holding y'all's hands. You got the influencers changing your diapers and putting bottles in your mouth. We don't have that. We don't have that going on.
None of it.
None of it. We don't have none of that. So why are your games failing? Why is your games flopping? Why aren't y'all out there playing Baldur's Gate 3? Y'all the ones had that game all in y'all's mouth. It's a 97.
They talk that talk.
Hey, hold on, Legal. I don't know if you heard this one, but they even have one of my favorites, the Financial Report, MSNBC, talking shit. This guy told Phil Spencer he had a series of flops. What the fuck is he talking about? You know, he said this shit on a financial channel.
That's true, bro. These donkeys are everywhere. Listen, man, you got to give the donkey community credit, right? That establishment is real. That establishment is real, bro. Look how deep the donkey. Look, man.
Yeah, they got
a donkey, bro. They had a donkey in the CMA. Remember before even Trump got going, he swore to the donkey community. Yeah. Don't worry, we got y'all's back because I got a PlayStation 5 too. I'm like, what?
Yes, sir.
So I'll never understand how Sony had this weird unbridled loyalty where no matter what they do, somehow, some way it gets praised. I mean, seriously, these guys give you PSVR 2, y'all don't buy it, you still praise it.
Raise the price on PlayStation Plus to astronomical fucking figures.
They still praise it. They were the first to raise their price of games. They're the first to raise the price of their consoles. They raised the price of their service up by $40 a year. Praise. This fucking game, Baldur's Gate 3, runs at 14 frames per second on the PS5, and they want us to believe it's somehow bigger than Starfield, which Iraq. It came out today. 6 million players have played Starfield, and it is their biggest launch of all time. Iraq.
Wow.
And Iraq pulled up from the Pitcairn Islands, and dude, Iraq said something that's even more important that I'm glad we're gonna talk about. He brought up this PlayStation Plus raising their prices. So all of those pony bots that jump clean out the window on Xbox for raising their price a damn dollar, and they giving you games day and date. Now all of a sudden, well, I don't play my multiplayer games on PlayStation, so I wasn't going to say anything about it. Are you kidding me?
You know what? And the biggest trip about the whole damn thing, they just didn't have the CMA, they had the FTC.
They sure did, bro.
They had people in all country, dude.
All countries, bro. Yup.
I'm like, damn.
Yup. Do y'all know if Microsoft, right? If Microsoft did a technological show like Digital Foundry, the Xbox community wouldn't even listen to Digital Foundry no more. I want everybody to realize that you know why this goofy stuff exists? Because Microsoft ain't being hardcore about their platform. If Microsoft got hardcore about Xbox, all these little wimpy shows they'll start dying off. Because why would I want to listen to John Ledbetter talk about a product that he ain't even created when I could turn on my YouTube channel and go right to another one that's talking about the product that the guys themselves created?
See, but the thing with that, Microsoft is letting them put their foot in their mouth. Like I listened to Digital Foundry because they were talking about the FSR 3, and I think this was a delayed show. Well, and Unlimited should know about this, and it's shame on me if he doesn't, because I should have sent it to him. But Unlimited like to put people on screen and call their ass out. But Microsoft just released a feature that's going to be that FSR 3 is going to be available on your console.
Come on, bro.
And come on with it. And the skinny guy from Digital Foundry said how it's not going to work that well on the consoles, but he kept referencing PlayStation 5. AMD didn't say PlayStation 5, dude.
Right. This is Zink. That goes back to Zink.
Guys, we got to remember. Digital Foundry is literally funded by Sony, though.
It is.
Right. Speak on that.
Through their association with Eurogamer as well.
Yes.
And the Europeans, they're pissed at Xbox because Xbox wasn't giving them free fucking code. All of them. Metro UK,
PC Gamer.
Gamer, Digital Foundry, they're all throwing hissy fits because for some reason, E-Rock, Zink, Legal, and Tuck, for some reason they get in their head that they could talk shit about Xbox and have no consequences.
Free will.
It turns out, there are consequences to saying Xbox sucks every fucking day.
Right. Now, going back to what Zink said, Unlimited, right? And Tuck, we kept telling them, your console is not a true next-gen console. I'm the one that brought them the story way before the consoles came out. I sent the warning shot. If y'all go into this damn console in 2021, I'm gonna give you to the December of the 31st. If y'all don't change that whistle, I am going to unleash on you. There will be no more, I feel sorry for donkeys. Let's not put our foot on their neck.
Legal. You're in the wrong place. We never give a fuck about donkeys.
Right.
Not here.
The other day I was in Philly. I saw E-Rock stopping a pony. I'm like, isn't that animal abuse? He said, nah, I hate these fucking.
We've been putting our foot on their neck since 2020, and the result of that is the motherfuckers like Alana and all of them who benefit from the community and get money have a voice, and the motherfuckers who was the true voices in this community got silenced.
That's true. No, that's true. That's true, right? Because I used to be an observer. So ain't nothing E-Rock just said it was false. That's true. But what I was going to say to that was, I'm talking about I gave them a time frame on my stance, on the warning. If you don't take this warning and you proceed your little donkey ass into 2021, all bets are off. I had the donkey community telling me, right, E-Rock, that this is normal for first release consoles when they come out. I said, says who? Says who? When did I ever get a console that bricked on me, that couldn't play a damn game right? Right. When did that ever become? No, the key word, they said it was normal. That's normal. I said, no, what's normal is if it gets corrected in a 2-week span. So let's just wait for 2 weeks to see if this shit gets corrected. Because I remember when Bloomberg gave the report out, right, guys? That 50% of the SoC chips and the manufacturer warehouse for the PlayStation 5 console were ineffective. 50%. So I put the warning out, E-Rock, because we care, right? Because we're real gamers. That's where they mess up with us. I don't know what they think we're putting the report out for. I'm not putting the damn report out for a console war, you idiots. I'm putting the report out so when your console brick, just know Sony sent that shit out anyway, you dummy.
Hey, and check this out. And
Zink,
you know
let me say this one thing, because I don't think they get it, Zink. When something gets shipped out, it has to get Q&A'd. It has to get quality control. Right? So the very fact that this deactivated console got shipped out means Sony didn't give a fuck. And let me tell you what they didn't care about. You became a damn console beta tester for them. When you complain about your console not working, they knew then which ones were deactivated. They knew which ones were messed up. That's all y'all did for them.
And I want to stay on what you're saying because on Microsoft's credit, you see when they announced the Series X and the Series S, they invited Digital Foundry out like they usually do.
They did. Yes,
but they also brought in Austin Evans. And Unlimited Productions boy Austin Evans. And the reason I give Austin Evans to Unlimited likes to call your ass out and put a picture up. Austin Evans figured out that they're on their on maybe their fourth iteration of PlayStation without telling nobody shit.
You remember that? Do you remember that?
Yeah.
We cannot see, what, y'all, that's what they hate about us, man. But see, we hold on to special moments like that. Austin Evans put his YouTube channel online. But see, the reason why it was important that Austin Evans did it, because YouTube ain't gonna send him off. He's a multi-million man subscriber.
And he's accurate.
And see, he took his platform. Those are the types of things that Xbox community needs. We need people like Austin Evans to do what they did for us, because the donkey community put a blinded eye on them, and now they reaping it. They're reaping it today.
Here, another problem there, Legal, is that the donkey community is pretty much the whole gaming media. I've been seeing it for years. No matter, listen, every single thing they asked Xbox to do, Xbox gave it to them. And what is the result? They hate Xbox more now in 2023 than they did years ago.
Than they ever did.
Yeah, they hate them. They hate their guts, E-Rock.
Do you know why they hating? And before I speak, because I know Legal chopping to the bits to get back in the fray. Radiance 96.
Talk about it. That's what I was going to say.
Matter of fact, I'm passing the mic to you, E-Rock.
Radiance 96, good one. Here's the thing, Radiance 96. I've been following this shit.
No, we got to read that, E-Rock. That's beautiful.
I'm about to read it in a second. Give me a second.
Okay.
Radiance, me and he about been following this shit for decades, man. For decades.
Yep, same.
Really, all of this bullshit started in 2006 when the Xbox 360 was announced, and that's when the foolishness began and the shot calling. Me, and I'm gonna read Radiance's comment in a minute, guys. I've learned now lately to not shot call no more, because too much shit is unpredictable. I'd have been out here like an asshole and shot called and said, man, the Flash gonna make $1 billion. Psych. Fucking Barbie made $1 billion.
Stupid, man.
Yo. But will I ever not speak facts? You can't predict this shit. So, but Dustin told Phil that Baldur's Gate 3 could stop Starfield's momentum. Dumbass Bozo got wrecked. Do you know why, Radiance? Because they put themselves out there and Dustin shot called and he did not know what was going to happen. The Bethesda gaming community knew what was going to happen. The motherfuckers that played Bethesda games knew what was going to happen. Those millions of people that are still playing Skyrim 12 years later knew what was going to happen. But somehow Dustin Legary, the ponies, the media, they didn't know what was going to happen. This is what they do. And the reason why
the people in Cologne, Germany knew what was going to happen.
Yeah,
keep going.
Cologne, Germany, Japan, everybody else gave it a good review. Except IGN America, San Francisco.
Right.
But see, here's the thing, New Legal. We know who. I always say we know who y'all are now, because y'all identify yourselves. Y'all identify yourselves.
Thank you.
Y'all identify yourselves at E3. So hey, what's your most anticipated Xbox game of 2023? Well, I'm really looking forward to Spider-Man. Nigga, I said Xbox. Y'all let us know who y'all are. Even people that I used to follow on Instagram. I'm not really interested in Starfield, bro. I didn't fucking ask you. What? Do you want a cookie? I didn't fucking ask you what the fuck you were interested. They let us know who they are. And every advertisement for Starfield on Instagram. This doesn't look good. It plays at 30 frames per second. But you play Spider-Man at 30 frames per second.
Thank
you. You play God of War.
All Naughty Dog games.
They let us know who they are, so you can't even get mad at them no more. You can't even get mad at them anymore, because apparently the Earth is destroying itself. Hawaii's on fire. The moon, what? How could we get mad at y'all, PlayStation fans? Legal, because they lost, and that's why they mad at y'all, because Unlimited Production said something the first year we had the Exile podcast in 2020, he said, E-Rock, every new generation is a reset. So all of that shit that flew from 2013 to 2020, none of that shit applies anymore. Xbox had beat PlayStation in silicone. So PlayStation had rushed out a console that wasn't ready for prime time, right? They wasn't ready for prime time. And notice how Mark Cerny, this nigga, vanished. This nigga,
he took Jim Ryan with him. Where has he been?
He vanished I'm gonna tell you when he vanished. When Dolby got a hold of him. When
he gone for 100 years like the Avatar.
he turned into an Avatar.
We need to find the airbenders for this dude.
Facts. When Dolby got a hold of Mark Cerny, that's when Mark Cerny disappeared. When he started lying on that spatial sound surround, that's when he messed up. That's when he messed up. And he didn't think Dolby was going to check him. Now, remember what I just said. The key word is check him. Do you see Dolby Atmos throwing any more jabs at Sony over that? Do you see Dolby Atmos making articles about how whack Mark Cerny is? Do you see any of that going on with Dolby? No. All Dolby had to do was check them, and they became the bad guys. That's what we do. We don't go around bother nobody, but if you make that shit public and it don't sit right, we're gonna check you, damn it.
The people who have been watching this shit, like yourself, Legal, Zinc, Unlimited Production, Hebot, like me personally, man, I watch little paradigm shifts. I watch little changings of the guard, right? And for me, the paradigm shift was in 2020 when Xbox had bought Bethesda and ZeniMax. They just didn't buy Bethesda; they bought the publisher. So when they did that, they told me I had waited. New Legal. We may not agree on this, and me and Zink have never agreed on this. I always said to Xbox, except for the Steve Ballmer days, maybe Xbox was never all in with this shit, right? They were in it, but Warner Brothers has never been all in with DC.
I agree with you.
The result. So Zink, when they bought ZeniMax, that showed me like, oh my God, this is the aggressive Xbox that I remember. But who knew they were going to buy Activision? So now the media and the
you're not saying that.
They hate y'all. They hate y'all because y'all won. That's why they fucking hate you.
But E-Rock, you're not saying that out of your ass, man.
No.
Did nobody watch the documentary?
But here, no legal.
Did you not see how? Look. No, watch this. Did anybody see the language? Have I not always said this, Unlimited? The Xbox community speaks a certain language, and if I hear that you don't know that fucking language, I'm gonna check you, right? We speak a language. Don Matrick didn't know that language. I saw Don Matrick was like, this ain't the guy for Xbox. Nobody will ever say that about Peter Moore. Nobody, because Peter Moore.
Legal. Let me show you something. Hold on 1 second. I studied Microsoft literally for 4 to 5 years. It took me to graduate the College of Business. I studied Microsoft. I graduated December 91. Phil, if you look at Bill Gates and where he came from, ask IBM what a jackass Bill Gates is. He may look like one of our favorites, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, but he isn't nice.
He's aggressive.
And he's very aggressive, and he's poignant. And when Ed Fry said, I know we could buy Nintendo, he wasn't lying. Nintendo just wasn't biting. That would have been the Activision back then. But this is how Bill Gates allowed these guys to have multi-million-dollar budgets. You saw the documentary. These guys were 27, 25, 24 years old and just unleashed. And if you remember, Bill Gates was like, damn, these jokers spending a hell of a lot of money.
But Zink, you're missing my point. See,
I get what you said, but
this is what I wanted to say. Because see, I'm not a dude I'm not one of these dudes that like going in debt for education, right?
Let me tell you something. I know you're not one of those guys. You nowhere near close to a pony pot. That's why we reference your show when we talk. We know who the real people are that don't take no shit. I understand where you're coming from, but go on here.
No. Listen, no. Listen, you're missing it, right? What I'm saying is, I've never been the type of person, right, that believed in going in debt for education for nothing. I've made it on my pure talents. Mm-hmm. I've made more money in my lifetime than a cat that had 2 degrees in his lifetime because he wanted to stay in school till he was 32 years old, right? Mm-hmm. Now he wants to go out here and find a female, 32 years old. Like, oh, you want to go find your wife at 32? Good luck. Mm-hmm. Good luck, right? Not that it's possible, but good luck. But I wasn't going to do that. You see all them hot chicks that were up in the clubs and down the street and at Walmart? No, I wasn't. That was me, right?
Bill Gates didn't finish college either. They couldn't
That's
teach
true. That's true. Now, but watch this. When I said, did anybody watch the documentary, right? This is where I was going with
several times,
right? Because the number one occupation that moves the world isn't businesses. You know what it is? There's something that no business can make it off of if it doesn't have this well. It's called customer service. You want to know how much it costs to occupy customer service? Y'all want to know the price on that? I'm going to tell everybody on this show and everybody that's listening, it costs you nothing. Nothing. Absolutely.
You just
nothing,
told,
right?
you just said what Microsoft is and what make McDonald's popular. McDonald's followed the Bill Gates methodology, and it is customer service. Hey, that's why Chick-fil-A is so. That's why Chick-fil-A and this burger company. I don't know if you guys have it, called Culver's. They preach customer service.
You see that?
McDonald's.
Look, we're in Texas, right, Zink? Mm-hmm. And you're right. No, me and production talked about Chick-fil-A one year. You can go to any other restaurant in Texas, and I'm saying Texas because everything here is big. Texas does it big on every scale, right? Mm-hmm. When you go to Chick-fil-A, they have their employees out there in the line. The lines can be backed up. Guess how long it take you to get your meal? In 5 minutes. Why? Because that customer service, right? Because that customer service is beyond anything in the fast food chain. They don't care how many people coming. We're gonna get you out of here. Don't worry, we got you, right?
And we shouldn't be talking about Chick-fil-A. One more thing. Chick-fil-A had to buy a state street because the cops had to direct traffic because motherfuckers were trying to cross the main artery. Right. Okay,
that's true.
That's how ridiculous Chick-fil-A has gotten.
Chick-fil-A has been,
They turned their order lanes into a damn NASCAR pit lane. Okay,
that's true. That's like a pit stop. Yeah, exactly, bro. Yep, these are facts. Now watch this, Zink. Watch this, everybody. Y'all watched the documentary, right? Xbox competition wasn't Sony. Xbox competition wasn't Nintendo. Xbox competition wasn't Sega. Guess what Xbox competition was? Windows. And guess who won that battle? There has been nothing on God's green earth to defeat Windows ever.
No, ever. Hey,
but Zeke. But one thing. Xbox. Now let's fast forward it, right? Because the DirectX team went up against the Windows guys, remember?
Yep.
Bill Gates closed the doors. Yep. Bill Gates closed the door. Do you want to know what's funny? And before I get, then I'm gonna let y'all get the mic. What's funny is you look at me, right? And you bring up the word console wars. Dummy, don't you know that's the very thing that created Xbox? You idiots. Did y'all not watch the documentary?
Let me say it. I want to say it because my boy. Hey, I don't know if you listen to the show, but we have this lady on our better half named Dia4568.
Yeah,
and
I know
her number one fan is one of my boys named Ramo, and when we talk about the Xbox documentary, when Bill Gates and Ballmer was cussing everybody out, and it was that war, and everybody missed Valentine's Day, even people lost their significant other during this war, and the deal was over. until somebody way down the hallway that wasn't even in the meeting, that was just listening in, had a cup on the door of another door, said, "Hey, what about Sony?" Bill Gates was like, "I hate them motherfuckers. We're going to go ahead and do it." But Bob was like, "Yeah, we're going to do it. And when we do it, we're going to go big. I know you guys asked for $500 million. We're going to give you motherfuckers $1 billion in 1999. That's a lot of money." And then somebody said, "You know what? Right. We're going to buy," I heard of this game called Halo. So let's fast forward 23 years later. Unlimited said this best. Unlimited said, "Halo is the most hated on successful game of all time. Everybody's hating on this damn game, and this shit is still, I think it's at its 20th month in the top 20.
Made over $10 billion in its lifetime."
The reason why they hate it, and the reason why they hate it, because there's no game on their preferred, you know, like they say that I never say, plastic box. See, this is how you know the language. As long as I've been alive, right, I don't dishonor consoles by calling them plastic boxes. Who the fuck says stupid shit like that?
Me, I'll say it in a minute to snap them motherfuckers back to reality. Y'all arguing over toys. Y'all arguing over plastic boxes. Stop.
You do. But I could never do that because look, almost everything is made over plastic.
True.
Fiberglass ain't nothing but a hard plastic. And guess what? Even PCs are made out of plastic, right? Yeah. Look, it's not the plastic thing that I look at, right? I don't look at the shell. That ain't shit. It's the components. Nobody talks about the resistors, the wiring, the capacitors, you know, the features that we don't. That's what we're arguing over.
The donkeys don't know what a transistor is.
I know, E-Rock stupid. I gotta get it. E-Rock, they ain't too much. They don't know. Look,
they got storage, i.e. SSD. They got storage, i.e. SSD. Is what
they did, fam. They did, fam. You can't. Nothing that y'all are saying. You can't make it up, right? They literally thought the SSD was something that could do phenomenal things in the creation of gaming. When SSD ain't I don't know where they been. SSD is a form of memory, dummy. And you want to know something? Here's the secret about Sony. If I don't understand how these cats could have this console this long and are clueless about it. If you knew anything about Sony, anything that attaches itself to memory, run. What do you run from it? Because Sony has never been able to make an awesome memory situation for its consoles. Never.
No, they
remember Sony had memory cards for y'all. They started that shit out. Xbox came in with no memory cards.
No, actually the VMU by Sega with that damn Dreamcast.
No, you're right, but they didn't put it on the map. Sony put it on the map. Sony made everything popular.
They did.
Yeah, that's why these kids, look, these grown people still got kid mentality. Right. They're grown, but they got kid mentalities over PlayStation because the PlayStation console, they were like 5-6 years old when they got it. And see, it was their one thing. Guess what? I was never good at nothing in my life. Everybody said I suck at everything. I'm the dude that gets last place, right? The Ben Stillers, right? Got all these last place trophies, right? But at the end of the day, PlayStation was the most popular console. So guess what?
And what did that amount to? They're popular, but do they own Activision? Right. Do they own Bethesda?
Right.
Are they the one running gaming?
Right.
So don't tell me, oh, but they're the biggest. They're big.
Right.
Their victories amounted to nothing. All right. They're the equivalent. They're the equivalent of the 2007 Patriots. 18-0, got to the Super Bowl, and what happened? They lost. All right. And that's all Sony does. Sony are the Patriots who can't beat the fucking Giants.
That's true.
Eli's trash, but their defense overrated. Michael Strahan said they guaranteed a win. They're a joke. Right. That's how they treated Xbox, and Xbox has constantly smacked their fucking face, especially this generation. Especially this generation.
That's why Unlimited. That's why Unlimited. The only thing that
we listen. Elite Legal. everything. The media is stacking so fucking hard, trying so hard to stack against Xbox, and it just does nothing but fail. It has no impact.
Right.
It's why I personally don't get mad anymore because there's
We can't get mad.
Xbox wins too much for me to ever be upset at these stupid clickbait articles. Oh,
That's true.
But Baldur's Gate 3 is going to kill. Baldur's Gate 3 is going to kill Starfield. 6 million players in its first week. Yeah, get out my fucking face. But Redfall. Still getting.
I was going to talk about that.
Hi-Fi Rush is just a cartoony game. I can't give it higher than a 7 because Xbox's output was trash.
You
this
see,
literally E-Rock. Everything I'm saying, I'm literally quoting verbatim with these
These are quotes.
I know.
And what happened? Success after success. After success after success, Game Pass is not sustainable. Phil said, "Yes, it is $3 billion each quarter." So we're at this point. So when legal says illegal, I don't mean to get. What was that, Tuck?
No.
Illegal. I don't mean to get triggered when you call Sony's the winners, but
yes,
their winning is not.
Stop lying.
No. Unlimited.
Their winning is not. Their winning is not amounting to nothing because they could sell. They could sell 200 million PlayStation 5s. It's still going to be trash compared to what we got on Xbox.
Unlimited.
They got nothing that compares to Starfield. They got nothing that compares to Valve. Fable.
You're right.
Show me one game that looks as good as Hellblade fucking 2, and I'll shut the show down.
You're dead on it, Unlimited. The only thing is, you didn't let me say it.
hey, let me.
All I wanted to say was, this is all they ever had, Unlimited, was console sales talk. Look at them today. See, I've been waiting for today. They don't even talk about that no more.
You know why? Talk about
you know why it don't? You know why it don't, see?
Mm-hmm.
Because now, it took a while, Unlimited. And I got to salute to all you generals right now who've been unwavering in the patience, who believed that it was going to happen. See, a lot of these other idiots, they folded. They wasn't true Xbox fans.
No.
I can say you guys are true Xbox fans because y'all waited. Y'all waited. You remember E-Rock? E-Rock, you remember when I used to say, y'all are stuck in them VHS mode minds. You remember that? Remember when I say, right, because I said the same thing that happened to VHS is going to happen to Sony. Well, they laughed at us, didn't they? I said, okay, laugh now. But the problem is when this shit happens, when this rain happens, when this exodus happens, y'all will never recover. Because when I said Sony will never be on top again, the key word is never.
Never.
They will never.
Hear me.
Right.
You know what? That's Hebot. Hey, Hebot. You know what? I always like to follow on. But I want to go on E-Rock and New Legal right here. And this is where you guys were coming in at. And this is what I'm glad Hebot pulled up, because it's Sony is 100% perception and unlimited.
Right, damn it.
And unlimited.
Damn you, Zink. I was just going to say that, but go ahead.
Hey, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this in 15 seconds. And here's where E-Rock and New Legal is coming in, and Hebot always says perception. And that's all it is perception. They aren't leading anything. Microsoft bought Gears because when Epic was struggling, then Microsoft turned around and bought Minecraft for $2.4 billion. And then as the opportunities kept running, well, all before that, they bought Havoc. Then they bought ZeniMax. When ZeniMax was
simply gone.
Then these then here comes Activision becomes available.
They also bought a big percentage of stuff.
But stuff is small time. But then they get ZeniMax, and E-Rock was the first one to say it publicly. The Xbox division is worth $560 billion.
You knocked off $100 billion, man. You knocked off $100 billion.
That was back then when E-Rock first put it publicly. I was just waiting. But now, Unlimited, when this deal is finally written on October 18th, they'll be over $700 billion. So how much is Sony worth? They're worth nothing. Y'all go ahead and take it away.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. But before, let me say what I gotta say. Then I'm gonna pass the mic to Hebot because to let him speak. But Zink, I just want to piggyback off what you just said a second ago, man. Because here's the thing, and what you said gave me a bit of an epiphany, if you will, because it made me realize, I've been saying forever, Sony hasn't won shit. Don't tell me the numbers, the results aren't producing anything. Mm-hmm. But what you made me realize is that Xbox has been successful under your nose since almost day one. Minecraft, biggest game ever. Bethesda, we just saw Starfield has its biggest launch ever. They're about to own Activision, and they're so damn nice. They're gonna put the fucking game on Nintendo, Call of Duty on Nintendo. Again, and that shitty console hasn't run that game in like a decade, right? But my favorite thing is that they changed how we define success. And what's happening
is it right there.
Is that the gaming community does not know how to react to this. Because they keep thinking, but Sony sold. Nobody cares. Listen, they've been all my life. I've heard, even when I was a kid reading gaming magazines, I heard that the success of the consoles was never the actual console success. It was that them selling the games and the software. The software and all that stuff, right? And Xbox has mastered that to the point where the new status quo is that Forza, when that's going to get 5 million players at this rate. Avowed's going to be Obsidian's biggest launch. Hellblade 2 is going to be Ninja Theory's biggest launch. Guaranteed, because the measurement of success, as me and E-Rock has beat into y'all guys' heads, is the Netflix model. You know how Netflix counts success? It's not. Netflix does not say, but they looked at, okay, who watched it? How long they watched it? Are they repeatedly watching it? You know what I'm saying? And so that's what it is now. And with that, Hebot, I'm gonna let you speak, man, because it came out about an hour before we started today's show, Hebot. Starfield, 6 million players, Bethesda's biggest launch of all time, without that Sony money that guys like Angry Joe and tell us. So Hebot, let me get your thoughts on this.
Well, I mean, that 6 million people that probably played the game buying it beforehand, right? Today?
Early adopters is what we call them.
Early adopters, right. That's what I'm saying. First of all, other thing, I caught you on a lie because you said 15 seconds. You went way more than 15 seconds. and secondly, welcome, Legal. It's nice to see you.
What's up, baby?
What's up, Bobby?
What's up, boy?
One second, man.
A bunch of delinquents the way I like it.
Remind me to cuss New Legal out when you're done, Hebot.
Okay.
Because I called him and I'm gonna cuss his ass out. Go ahead.
I gotta hear that one. Yeah, I ain't forgetting that.
6 million. Look, even what I was trying to say before was when Zink mentioned the perception thing that I've always told you guys. Even the perception's not working. It doesn't work because you don't really see anybody really talking about Spider-Man right now, right?
No
one.
You don't.
Hey, Unlimited.
Sorry to cut you off, but proof is right here on screen. Over 8,800 articles on Starfield, nothing on everything else. So
that's
continue.
Crazy. Over 8,000 articles on Starfield, and it's true because when you are,
shit's funny as hell.
That's all you see on YouTube. When you go on social media, like on to church the web, all you see is Starfield. Whether it's good, whether it's negative, whether it's BS shit, it's still good press. And the number 6 million plus players since the 29th. That's what, 10 days, something like that. That's a lot of. Not even.
No, it's a week. It's a week.
Like a week, right? 7 days.
It's literally a week because it came out September 1st.
That's what I'm saying. That's a lot of players, and that's shit. What it took God of War 3 months for them to have 4 million players?
Right.
You know what I'm trying to say? Right. So that tells you the impact, but it's to be expected. It's the long-awaited game that Bethesda's been claiming to be making for almost supposedly quote-unquote 25 years in conceptual art and thought process and what do they want to do. Todd Howard mentioned it.
That's right.
He got the idea almost 25 years ago. And
that's right.
due to console limitations, stuff like that, obviously was going to be a reality from now. And even now, you see people trying to say, "Put it to this," and that's why they're getting mad at Alana Pierce, because she went and fucking did that flying from one planet to another and took 7 hours. Because they were all trying to pull that bullshit. Legal, for example, they were trying to pull that bullshit narrative. Oh, they put fast travel because you can't really travel from planet to planet in a real actual scale, which now we know is small, right? Because
who the who the hell would play a damn video game? Right? Flying for 7 hours to get to a damn. This is how you know the donkeys. This is how you know the donkeys are real gamers. They're not real gamers, bro.
Legal, hold on for a second. Some of my boys have flown 13 hours in Flight Simulator to Australia.
Hey, Zink, here's the thing. Respect to them, and I'll get back to Hebot, because the only way I'm gonna talk tonight is if I interject, because you got two niggas. You got two niggas in this podcast running for Congress. But I was explaining in the comment section, and some asshole was like, you can't fly from planet to planet. I said you can. You can, and it would take fucking hours. And thank God that Bethesda put fast travel in there, and thank God they put warp jumping in there, because had they not, I wouldn't play this game. This game would be monotonous as fuck. I don't want to work for NASA. I don't want to sit there. I don't want to take the fucking 6 days it takes to fly from Earth to the moon. That's how long it takes. They said 6 days, right? That doesn't translate to a gaming experience for somebody like Hebot, who likes a faster gaming experience. The Bethesda RPGs have always been very time consuming. Like, if you don't have the time to put into it, it's not for you. And I know Unlimited Production hates when I say this, but not every game is for everybody, right? So Bethesda, they make their RPGs for a certain type of person who loves that fucking. Kingdom Come Deliverance was hardcore, a little too hardcore. That's what killed it. But in a way, Bethesda is more hardcore, because if you don't engage in dialogue and talk to people and find out shit, like you might just miss something that leads you to a more powerful starship, or miss something that leads you to a chapter opening up. So their RPGs are designed to last almost 100 hours if you do everything.
E-Rock speak.
So I mean, I don't know, man. Like, this community, like Hebot has always said, this whole thing about Xbox versus PlayStation has gotten out of hand, and y'all see it this week again with Starfield. PlayStation has relied on perception for so long, and now that perception is eroding, as Unlimited alluded to about 20 minutes ago, the media don't know how to handle that shit, so they're literally grasping at straws. As a writer, I have seen the power of perception. If you tell people that Disney is the greatest company in the world, they will fucking believe it. Until them fucking stock numbers come through. Until the board of directors start saying, we've lost billions of dollars on Star Wars and this and that. So now that people are seeing Xbox making all of this money and Starfield a huge success, they have to spin the narrative, because other Zinc and New Legal, and I'm gonna let Hebot speak, they did not want this legal. No, they did not want a war where they could not say Xbox has no games. That's over. They can't say that no more. It's driving them crazy.
He's talking about he got candidates running for president. We about to make E-Rock president.
Go ahead. He bought legal. They can't say Xbox has no games no more.
That's right.
They don't know how to process this shit. So, we still sold more consoles. I can't fly to Pluto. Yes, you can.
Right.
Yes, you can. So it's like what are you going to? Are you going to get mad at these guys? No. The winner of the Super Bowl never gets mad at the loser. I'm done.
Yep, absolutely perfect. Go ahead, Zink.
He killed it.
And real quick, I'm gonna give it to Hebot. The reason the PlayStation consoles don't matter, the profit margin isn't high enough for your weak ass to buy a ZeniMax. Go ahead, Hebot.
what I was trying to say is to E-Rock that, although Bethesda makes their games hardcore, one thing they do is they make them accessible, meaning any type of player can come in and play it. Anyone.
Mhm.
And that's why you have things like fast travel. Because realistically speaking, Legal was trying to hit on this earlier when I was speaking. That any real gamer knows that it's goofy to think, oh, I want to literally fly from one planet to another and take 12 days to get there. That's goofy. That's
fucking
goofy
stupid.
mentality.
Right.
Because you know it's a video game.
Right.
We are all adults, half of us that play, right? And even young teenagers. We got lives, responsibilities. No, realistically, we're not going to spend a whole year playing the same game, right?
Right.
And then to the point of what one of the points that Olivia said earlier, when we talking about when he heard, even though we were younger, even when we was younger, that consoles weren't only important. But the difference is that people don't understand too unlimited with what you said is the reason why during the Genesis era, the Super NES era, TurboGrafx, the reason why console sales were still prevalent and really important was because you couldn't get the games.
It's all they had. Right.
Right. You couldn't get the games any other way. There wasn't online.
Exactly. There was no right. That's right. That's right.
It was only physical. The only way you can get it is physically. That's
right, brother.
So
that's right.
Why they coincide one together, one by each other. That you had to have enough console sales to create the software. That's the difference. So you can't compare it. When people say that Unlimited, say something stupid like that to you. Oh, but everything back then you had to buy game. No, because it was a different time. We didn't have services that had like Game Pass. PSN Plus, even though it's still kind of dog shit, or even the Nintendo eShop.
It is dog.
We didn't have that. Okay, so now there's a different medium and different forum that you can go and get games.
They caught him with a lie.
You know what I mean? So again, when they say that kind of comparison, that also exposes that they're not real true gamers that have been playing for a long time. They're really still young, still learning. They don't really know.
Hey, Hebot.
Yeah.
You remember that that like service that we had back in the 80s, right?
Yeah.
Where you went to like hotels, say you was traveling. See, people don't understand. I challenge people to go on YouTube. There's some cool things about YouTube. But here's one of them. Here's one of them. Go back and look up the history of gaming. And I'm talking about the history of gaming within business before.
Oh, damn. Mark Cerny got his ass.
Yeah, what he was trying to allude to, I think, is the first service for games was in television. And then Sega did one.
It wasn't in television. It was just I forget the name of it.
It was for the Intellivision, but I forgot who the service was done. And then after that, it was done by Sega with the Sega channel.
Actually, up here they have a history of it in a museum in Chicago, Science and Industry, and that's the only thing that they could get to go up in there to see. And that
back then it was in its infancy. Internet wasn't as powerful, it wasn't the same, so it didn't work the same. You could play, but you couldn't really talk or challenge people. You could just play kind of online and put leaderboards up and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So
Legal better come back. I still have to put his ass out.
Yeah, man.
Legal tried to get dip. He called Mark Cerny on purpose. It's like, hey, Mark, zap me out of here real quick.
Oh, man.
Hey, man, Tuck, are you still here? Because Tuck wanted to talk some shit, but, we were running for Congress.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I'm still here. Yeah, Tuck, man, let me get your thoughts. Let me get your thoughts on Starfield, 6 million players and all the success it's had.
Okay, let's just go and start from the beginning, okay? Now, don't forget, when that game called Redfall came out, how all the PC players loved it. They got a chance to try the game. They loved it.
Oh yeah, when they went on that trip.
The hell out of it. Then all of a sudden, the ponies found out that it wasn't coming to their system. Then all of a sudden, everybody started hating on the damn game. This is what I'm trying to say, and I understand what all of y'all trying to say. The narrative is changing. Nobody's not even talking about 30 frames per second on this game right now. So what I'm trying to say is this: 30 frames per second ain't that big of a deal. Redfall is a good game. I love the hell out of Redfall.
Yeah.
Redfall's a good game, but I'm glad to see what Microsoft did this with ZeniMax and Bethesda. They stood by this game.
Mm-hmm.
They made sure that this game was going to succeed, and they did a hell of a good job.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes down to this damn ugly ass PlayStation bullshit, and like I always have said, and I do not like them, E-Rock know what I'm talking about. I don't like Sony. I don't like nothing that Sony does. And the reason why I don't, because they come out with BS. Now all of a sudden, why are they talking about a PS5 Pro? Because this damn system that they got out now cannot run these high efficient games.
Correct.
They cannot. That's the reason why they're going to come out with a PS5 Pro. Because what did you say Baldur's Gate is running in on the PS5?
14 frames per second or better.
Golly, that's ridiculous.
It's competing. It's competing with Switch, but for the lowest frame rates.
No, stop. Hey, don't leave Switch alone. That's Game Boy territory.
No, don't leave Switch alone because they're never going to improve if we don't get on
They
their
won't.
ass. Because nobody gets on their ass.
Right?
Hey, Tuck, why don't you tell E-Rock also, because he probably missed Sega Man's show the other day when you were at the water cooler at work with the phone.
Sega Man had a show?
Yeah, we were tripping the other day.
Yeah, even I missed it, and he, even I missed his show the other day. So.
Yeah, deal pulled up.
All I gotta see is the narrative changing, and I'm glad to see everything's changing because now Sony do not have the threshold on the developers no more, like they used to, and I'm glad to see, and I want to see more of that happening because they don't need to have the threshold, the next on people's platforms no more.
I think the Sony executive said that Sony had developers in their back pocket. I think it was what Unlimited probably know, but one of the key Microsoft people said Sony had people in their back pocket.
Right, they did. I mean, it was.
And we knew that.
Even Microsoft said it.
They said that in that interview. Let me find it. Continue, Tuck. Didn't mean to cut you off.
Yeah, even Microsoft, even Phil said they had that because they had to break the narrative because Peter Moore said it. That's the reason why they had to spend so much money to try to get games on their platform because Sony was choking them, was choking the developers to death. So I'm glad to see the narrative change because I tell you right now, one thing I am glad to see is Square Enix, when they got that new CEO said, oh, but hell no. We changing this narrative. We changing this narrative, period. It's not gonna be like that no more. And I'm so glad, another thing I'm glad too, is that I'm hearing that Japan is going more of going towards the gaming with Microsoft now. Because they're tired of it too.
Yeah, and so I don't mean to cut you off, but but Adidas 20 thank you for the $5.
Yeah, let's get them.
He said ponies try to have Xbox players over critique anything Xbox. Starfield is a 10 and nothing less.
Correct.
Yeah, agreed there, Adidas.
Hey, let's finish getting this dude in this chat here. His name is Distinctive 170. His name on a podcast, Ray's podcast, is D1. It's an older guy too, and he called me out. I was on their show yesterday. I jumped in the show at the end of the show, and he kind of called me out because I gave Starfield a 9.8. And I'm one of the moderators on their show, and he was like, hey, somebody should get this motherfucker 30 seconds timeout from saying a 9.8. That's what he implied. He's a real cool dude. I'm glad he jumped on the show. I told him about this show here. But Tuck, you 100% right, dude. And go ahead
but let me get through.
Yeah. Let Tuck continue because he's been sitting for a while.
I did this on Instagram, and I mean, all the people on this panel can vouch for me. I said this since PlayStation found out that game is not going to be an exclusive on their system, Baldur's Gate, they ain't going to care a crap about that game. They're not. I mean, it's better. I mean, they're not going to care about it either way it goes.
And even that guy from IGN, said that they're going to get it for doing that. What was his name? The dude that gave it a 7 out of 10. He was going to
make Dan something.
He said that in the quote.
See, but like you said, they was gonna turn and try to claim that game as being exclusive. But now since that game is gonna come out anywhere between here in September, or October, November, it's over. That game is done, and that'd be the only way that game would get win Game of the Year if the PS5. But now the PS5, I mean, man, let's be honest. Let's be honest, man. PC people, man, they play that game and they probably pirate the hell out of that game. If they don't buy games on PC, and everybody know they don't. So.
It was Starfield.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
For $100.
They buy.
Yeah, but you're right though.
Whatever that you can do.
No, they do buy it. That's true.
No, I'm really just talking about that damn regular ass Baldur's Gate, because Baldur's Gate. Let's be serious, y'all. What it's called? It's just a turn-based game.
Yeah.
I mean, in a turn-based game and Game of the Year on any Final Fantasy.
Tuck, I never played Baldur's Gate, but Baldur's Gate has this following. It has a very deep following of people to follow it like they follow Dungeons and Dragons. It's just Baldur's Gate was used in this ridiculous fucking proxy console war between Xbox and they needed something to go up against Starfield, and it backfired. That's all.
Perfectly put.
And we have I'll
do you one bigger. I'll do you one better, E-Rock. When Jeff Keighley gives Baldur's Gate 3 Game of the Year, that's going to be the final point. That's going to be the final time that they're going to be able to shit on Starfield, because Starfield's going to make more money, sell more units, have more players. Every other metric except for a pointless award is going to surpass Baldur's Gate. I guarantee it. And then they're going to pretend some funny Game of the Year that nobody watches. It means that the game's better. I promise you that's what's going to happen. And I've been telling you guys for months now. And so when it comes to fruition, you're gonna come on the Unlimited Truth and say, yeah, you were right.
Unlimited, you. That's what E-Rock. That's why I always like to go after Unlimited. I said that on D1 show yesterday. I said I don't want Starfield to win Game of the Year. Let Sony people have it. I'd rather take the millions of players that Starfield is going to put out there. I'd rather have real numbers than fake numbers. And the money than fake numbers.
You know what, Adazing? The thing about it is they're not going to play it, so it don't make no damn difference. They're not going to play that game.
Tuck is off. E-Rock, you got to be proud of Tuck. He always make me think. Unlimited will find out. Unlimited will find out soon, but I heard only 2,000 PlayStation people bought Baldur's Gate today, or between when it came out. 2,000.
Do you know why? Other thing?
Because and it was a fraud. They just made this game up to be powerful to compete against Starfield, just like
that's all they did.
All it was.
It doesn't have a PlayStation. It doesn't have PlayStation exclusivity, so that's why I didn't sell to the charge.
What to do was make it more powerful than Starfield, and it's not.
As far as I remember, Baldur's Gate has been around since the Genesis era. So
So Baldur's Gate for any long term. For any long-term RPG fan, it's been around since I believe 1999, the late 90s. I know for sure the late 90s. And Baldur's Gate, it's it's one of those very, very like the first. It was up there with the first Fallout game when that was a isometric RPG and stuff like that. So it goes back that far. The problem is, and I've been telling people this for months as well. Nobody gave a shit outside of the PC community who love those type of games. Nobody gave a shit. The PlayStation fans did not care one iota, because the moment Phil put out that tweet saying that it was coming to Xbox later this year, what happened? It was over. It stopped being a narrative. They stopped comparing it to Starfield, and now they moved on to the slander. Like, we're in the slander period where they're doing the goofy shit, like giving it 0 on Metacritic. Like, does that matter?
Yes.
Making the stupid articles. Yeah, making the article. I mean, but I literally saw an article that said something along the lines of Bethesda just makes one type of game and that's it, or some goofy shit. In a world where Madden exists, in a world where WWE 2K exists, in a world where NBA 2K exists, in a world where Call of Duty exists, apparently making a space RPG after releasing an apocalyptic RPG and a fantasy RPG, it's the same exact game. But hey, Call of Duty, what are you gonna do in Call of Duty? I can't wait to shoot the Russians.
Unlimited.
I can't wait to shoot the Germans. I can't wait to shoot the Russians. I can't wait to shoot the Germans. I can't wait to shoot Iraq. I can't wait to shoot the Germans. You know what I'm saying? Apparently
This is
Unlimited Productions.
Oh, you're back. Okay,
I'm back, baby. I just want to. Yeah, man, I got a call and they knocked me out.
Yeah,
but I wanted to bounce off of Hebot's thing, right?
Yeah.
Back in the day, we had this thing called. I don't now. Correct me if I'm wrong, my OGs, the ones that are older than me, right? It was cable games, something like that. Cable games or something, right?
Cablevision.
You know was it Cablevision? It was cable something, right?
We had Cablevision years ago.
Where you when we were kids and you go out of town, right? Because gaming was blowing up. The businesses knew that gaming was going to be right. The big top business people knew that gaming was about to blow up, right? So they were trying to figure out how they can get into gaming, right? So when the Cablevision, so to speak, if that's what it was called at the time, right? Remember, you could go to when you traveled and you went to like a hotel or motel or whatever, right? They had that in there. It was in the coax. It was in the coax form. So when you bought it, they bring you the coax, you hooked it up, and when you plugged it to your TV, you could get like 25 games off rip.
Yeah,
off rip. Yeah, you remember that?
Yeah.
That today is Game Pass. The format was already there. Remember, Phil Spencer says I'm a kid of the what? PC and Intellivision. Intellivision was my first console. You want to know what was one of the rivals of Intellivision? Cablevision.
It was
legal. I was trying to.
It was Atari and Cablevision. Yeah, go ahead.
That streaming thing was being done for the Intellivision, but it was under a different moniker. It wasn't called
exactly.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about. So
let me tell you something. Game Pass actually came from when Don Matrick, your boy, when he because at the beginning of 2013, Microsoft was going to allow you to buy one game and share it with 9 people.
That's right.
And Angry Joe and Ryan McCaffrey, Xbox Boys was talking all that.
I love you, Zink.
And
Zink,
you know, they
stop real quick, Zink.
Go ahead.
Stop real, Zink. I want you to repeat that 3 more motherfucking times.
Okay,
So
Ebot's boy, Ryan McCaffrey, and Hebot's boy, Angry Joe, was pissed off that you were going to have to check in, but they were going to buy one game and share it with 9 people, and everybody
mad about that.
They were so mad about it. Then my guy, what's that guy that I met in Chicago, Unlimited, Major Nelson. Major Nelson, he shut Angry Joe down. You know,
when Major Nelson was Major Nelson,
he was Major Nelson, and then I had to pull that back. So now we can only share with 2 people. Man, dude, somebody owe me a lot of money because now I have to go and buy these 2 games, 1 game for my kids, 1 game for myself. When all I really needed was 1 damn game.
Right now, I want everybody to hear what Zink said, right? Because this is why y'all got us messed up. This is why y'all can't defeat us at what we do. We're good at what we do. We're the best at what we do. Y'all listening to these kindergartners out here, right? Y'all messing with Godzillas out here. This is what we do. This is what we do. We ain't gotta go hopping around on other platforms. We do this one right here. We do this one well. So see, when you're listening to something like that from Zink, what does that tell you, Zink? That they never wanted Xbox to be something better than PlayStation. They never, when soon as an idea came up that would make Sony look like the epiphany of trash, right? They get mad. I'll give you another example of Mr. Ryan McCaffrey. I call him AKA Shaggy. when Tomb Raider and me and Hebot used to talk about this all the time.
Yes.
When Tomb Raider came out, the reason why Microsoft had a great partnership with Tomb Raider is because when the rest of the industry felt like Lara Croft couldn't perform, right, on the theater aspect or in the gaming aspect anymore, they stopped messing with the series, right?
They were trying to
with
promote
that.
Uncharted at
And so,
the time.
right, and so Microsoft said, you know, Lara Croft is an icon.
Right.
And we need to be careful. I remember we need to be careful about destroying female antagonists, you know, because there's not a lot of them, right? So we don't think that it's good to just let Lara Croft ride off into the sunset. We need to keep Lara Croft alive as long as we can because we don't have enough of them, right? So they took the money, helped reboot it in 2011. Am I lying?
Yep.
Ebot, if I'm lying, strike me down, right? And so what that did, I'm sorry. Nope, 2007. I'm sorry. The first one, the one on the 360. The one on the 360. Yep. They helped.
They wanted it to be episodic, the sequel.
Right. They helped fund.
Even though it sold 8 million units,
yes.
quote unquote, they were saying that it didn't do well. Like
right, but Hebot. Remember, Hebot. They helped. Right.
Yeah,
remember
with
Hebot. They helped.
Yeah.
Yo, Hebot.
And
But
with
remember.
the first one too.
Yes, that very first Tomb Raider.
And you know who worked on that game at that time? You know who worked on that game? Fucking Corey Ballard, the guy who works on.
Right. That's right. That's what. Boy, listen, man. We can go on for days, but I'm gonna have to get off of here in a minute. My phone's dying. Listen. I'm trying to finish this up. I'm trying to finish this up. I want to make a good point. I want to make a good point before I leave. Before I leave.
I got to cuss him out.
Because and then I gotta let him cuss me out. Yeah. Look, Tomb Raider. Remember the one on the 360? I forgot what year it came out. Hebot knows. You know, I'm gonna fucking know everything. So, look, the year that came out, Microsoft helped fund that game.
Yep.
That's why it came back out, right? So the partnership, the love was there. So in 2011, when we heard that the sequel was coming out, they were gonna make a trilogy. Everybody was bugging. Oh, so when they found out that it was exclusive, right? When they got word that it was really a time. Right. Now, what was the main reason? See, here's the stupidity of the gaming industry. There was a reason that the game was a timely yearly exclusive on Xbox. There was a reason. It wasn't just because Microsoft was saying we don't want the game on. They're not playing that little weak ass Sony shit. Because the game was utilizing DX12 for the first time across what? Across what? Across people. Yes, right. But across what? What made it significant, Hebot? Across PC and Xbox for the first time. So guess what? Because that happened, Ryan McAfee came out when he heard, I heard it's exclusive. You can go and look this shit up right now on YouTube. He ranted about the word exclusive for like 2 to 3 shows. It was bothering him so bad. And he kept talking about it doesn't make sense. Here's what he said. Yup. He said it doesn't make sense for Tomb Raider to be on Xbox. That was his words, bro. He was so angry, right? So watch this. It bothered him so much years afterwards. You remember when Final Fantasy 16 hit?
Yes, sir.
And it became exclusive. You saw how he reacted?
Yes, sir.
I don't want to hear nothing. Right.
It's just business.
Right, there you go. Now y'all with me. So what Zeke was saying, see, this is what we're going to have to start doing. It's just business. That's the new move. Truth over feelings has died. It is just business now. Right? Because you guys never been able to fool us. You was never able to fool us. And now we're going to start another movement. That's really what it is. Yep.
Could I cut you out now, please?
Yeah, go ahead.
Legal, you made me yell at Hebot. And I know I scared the shit out of everybody when I'm yelling at dude, we were on a show and I'm yelling at Hebot on the show. I'm like, I know people said, damn, Zink, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude? You know, we all cool. Man, when Paris came on your show, I almost killed myself. When Paris came on that show and you was like, we're gonna be respectful and all this, all that. And if it weren't for, what's his name on the realest one? If it weren't for the realest one, I would have stopped gaming, dude. I would have ended gaming because he was.
I keep on
And
telling
he
you
bought,
that I
he
was
bought,
trying
he
to break
stopped.
my
He
way up
bought,
because I was
he
going to
bought,
split him up.
and he bought. I'm putting on my
The
shoes.
entire time,
He
look,
bought.
the
I'm gonna
entire
run
time I was going
over
to
there
set him
to
up
you.
my way, the way I always do.
He bought.
But I didn't get a chance to.
I don't want
Why?
you to get a chance to. No, because you got to shoot straight to these guys. Just like Distinctive that's in the chat now. Distinctive is a cool ass dude, and you know when he said, Zinc, you got to let it go, because they were talking about Paris. So I said, I had it out with Paris about 15 years ago when he was on Danny's show, Gamer Tag Radio. And he had a guy on there named Clausen, this chick on there named Mandy.
Speak on it.
I'll never forget this shit, dude, because E-Rock and I have a problem. We took this shit a little bit, we choose violence. We take it a little bit too serious. So anyway, he was going off of Clausen, and so he wasn't going to play Halo 4. I'm like, wait a minute, you gonna dog out Halo off of what somebody else said? You got to play the game, okay? So
Zeke, you're a real gamer.
Hey, so when you were pacifying things, and he and one of the greatest leaders of all time, Hebot was like, you know, settling down. I'm like, when Hebot finally got on our show, I'm glad the realest one said, like, no, man, we giving this dude too much credit, you know, blah blah blah. Man, dude, I stood up. I'm by myself. I was literally by myself. I stood up, dude. Like Coach said, get in the fucking game. Okay, dude, I was ready to go. I'm standing up looking at my phone and shit. Dude, I'm going off. So I cornered Hebot. I said, Hebot, what the Hebot? I said, Hebot, what? How much does he know? Does he know more than you? And Hebot gave another answer. I said, Hebot, I'm asking you a question. What can he teach you? Hebot said something else. I yelled at him again. What can he teach you? Hebot said nothing. I said, okay, now we can start talking about something else. Dude, you almost lost. Well, you didn't lose me, but and back to Distinctive here. They said, Zinc, you got to let it go. That was 15 years ago.
Hey, Zinc.
Zinc,
no, you don't. No, you don't. Keep talking.
Here's why. Because he did it all again. Just yesterday, the other day, he was on another show. He gave Starfield an 80. And here's the slick of how he did it. He gave it a 4 out of 5. Bro, that's an 80. My kids can't come home with too many 80s. Okay? That's not good enough. And you're going to give this game is not an 80.
Zinc, watch this, Zinc. Parents don't like when people talk about them. Okay.
Hey, that's tough.
Now watch this. Now hold on. Now let me tell you something. I like you, right? I listen. I personally talked with the guy, right? Gotta understand something. I'm smarter than the average bear. People out here on this internet can think legal dumb as hell, whatever.
Nobody thinks that.
No. Oh, yes, they do. But watch this. When I do things, Zinc, I set traps out. He about knows what I'm talking about. I set traps out. I don't ever do anything just sporadically. It's already premeditated, right? So when I go for a kill, it's not a kill, it's a murder, right? Right, Zinc? It's a murder when I do it, because I premeditated it on it. It didn't just happen by chance, right? So the one thing that I can say to all these guys is that all the guys on that show got talked about behind their backs, right? But they got talked behind their backs because they did me a favor. This is why my loyalty, and Hebot knows my line, it's hard, right? Loyalty is hard to come by.
Correct.
Hebot knows that line is as ancient as 2014, when me and Hebot were the only two in the trenches. And my man FaZe and Chris Coleman were the only two at the time that was believing in us when it was nobody. And I'm talking about the Facebook wars. When there was nobody willing to dive in those trenches, Hebot had my back. There was when you're talking about two guys up against 600 donkeys at a time. From 6 o'clock in the morning, I had people making posts about me at 2 o'clock in the morning. Zeke, that's how I had these donkeys, bro. And don't think for a minute that they ain't on Twitter. They just want to act like they don't know me. See, Twitter is a mirage show. Oh, I know who that. I know that's legal. Oh, yeah, that's to do that. But watch this. But watch this. Right. But watch this. That's right. But they want to front and play just like they try to assassinate Hebot's character. They wanted him out here to be the raging Puerto Rican, a racist, all of these things, right? But I was there when they attacked his family, Zink.
Oh, dude.
Now watch this, Zink. Now watch this, Zink. Just hear me out, Zink. Hear me out, my brother, my OG. Zink. He-Bot's never attacked nobody's family. See what I'm saying? Zink. You never attacked nobody's family. E-Rock, E-Rock pulled pistols out. Okay, that's not a stranger in the black community, but he attacked nobody's family. Unlimited Production never attacked nobody's family. Tuckmaster never attacked. You see what I'm going with this? So watch this. These guys took a shot in their back for me. Now, Realist, he's from H-Town. He's from where my boy Unlimited Production's from, right? Now, Realist, that's why I know him. He's a straight shooter. He didn't get it yet.
That's why we listen to the show, dude. That's why we call him out. We listen to straight.
He didn't catch the memo yet, because y'all gotta understand. Paris was in our crowd on the show.
I heard
he was listening. Now listen.
A dude called him in. I listened to the show.
Right. Zink.
Oh, I'm there.
Zink. Yeah. Look, Zink, I see my numbers. Don't let the little 100, 200, 300, 400 views that you see physically fool you. I know what I get every month, right? I'm gonna be quiet about it, right? But watch this. He's sitting up in there being quiet. There's something that I knew about me and Paris that goes way back too. When Paris told me, right, to let him in, he knew I couldn't just let him in without him doing something first. But we know this. This is something between me and him. Me and him know this, right? So there was no way of me getting him in the show right off bat. Now, what Paris didn't know was that Paris did exactly what I wanted him to do. I needed Paris to come on the show and talk.
Legal.
Because watch this, Zink.
Go ahead.
Watch this, Zink. Here was the trap. That's what they say about my brothers. They're irrational. This is what's already out there. You can't have a discourse with these guys. They're out of their minds. They're dumb. They're stupid. But what did y'all keep talking about how they acted towards Paris? But what did everybody see from them?
They
saw. That's right. For the first time. Right.
I'll tell you what. It's like I got mad when King Thrash or one of his boys was cussing out David Jaffe. What?
Right. I'm like, we never done that. Exactly.
On your show.
Exactly.
Now, if he was cussing you out,
preach, bro. There you go.
But if it's cordial, man, you hold it at that. But I want to let you, just like I went at He-Bot, I'm not going at He-Bot.
I know, but that's
I know you knew.
I was trying to show
you were not.
I was going to set him up big time, but
we were never upset at each other. But
they were going to get him. Zink, trust me. Yeah. Zink, trust me when I say this.
See, Zink, trust me over here. E-Rock ain't shit because he ain't saying nothing. E-Rock with me. I can't say nothing.
Look, Zink. I know E-Rock. He know I love him, but E-Rock just left. E-Rock loves this shit though. He ain't want to really understand it. He wants us to keep going. Look, E-Rock, and I put this on everything, and you know it. Because me and E-Rock, listen, these are the type of dudes that I pick up the phone, Zink, and we'll cuss each other out off of differences. When we get off the phone, guess what we're saying? Love you, man. You be safe, brother. That's these dudes.
Right.
Next. You see what I'm saying? That's what we do. But people, the cowards on Twitter, they're cowards. Their feelings, they're emotional, vaginal dudes, right?
Yeah.
They don't operate like this. So look, when I tell you that they didn't know, brother. They was coming to my table ready to go to war. And let me tell you something. If I can't say it much, but I'm saying on this show, I thank those guys all the time. I thank you, He-Bot, for believing in me, for not doing it. Because let me tell you something, Zink. Everybody else don't know. But these dudes were fixing to get into that ass, boy. They were finna get into his ass and they were gonna play that card because that's all they was waiting on. I knew, just trust me when I say this. Word got to me about the trap. All right. So just like how parents got people out here talking, I got people out here, just like people got ghosts out there. I got ghosts. When I got word, I switched it up.
I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you didn't pick me and E-Rock because we would have fucked up the show.
Well, see, you would have messed up the show. See, but you would have been the typical. And see, look.
That's what the little truth in the exiles for.
Look. No, it's listen, man. I don't have, and E-Rock knows this. Each to his own, right? E-Rock knows where I come from when I say this. I'm not here to babysit nobody else's channel, right? I have a certain position where I'm in a different table, right? I can sit at a different table and I can get feedback, right? These guys know that. So when I got word, you don't think I didn't hit people up? When I hit people up and I got word, I switched it up instantly. These guys didn't have to switch it up. Zinc is what I'm telling you. They could have been like, nah,
I get it. And you know something?
And got in there.
And you know something illegal? I listen to people talk all day. I listen to them on a different podcast. I listen to people talk about things that they don't know about. And if I ever ran into Paris or look, and I would say I pick my guys to come help me. I don't even need any help. I take every single one of them on because first of all, journalists don't know shit. They're not smart enough. I go 1-on-1 or 1-on-20 and they could have Google. I remember everything. I'll destroy every single one of them because none of them know nothing about business. Every marketing analogy that they have is absolutely 100% categorically incorrect. And Dr. Brunson would say, get the fuck out of my classroom. Dale Davis would say, get the fuck out of my auditorium. Who are you? Why did you come up with that stupid ass shit? Okay, none of their numbers would add up mathematically, and I'd say it to them. They better stay away from me. But I wouldn't call them a name because I know they're not smart enough. I completely flatten them.
You know what, Zink? You know what, E-Rock? The people think that being whoop-de-doo or being side fencers benefit the gaming industry when it doesn't. It doesn't. Listen, man, we don't need influencers. And this ain't a knock against influencers, right? This ain't a knock against them. But I'm just saying we don't need them. We don't need them because Zink, we've never had them.
Unlimited is about to speak
now watch this, Unlimited. Now watch this, Unlimited. Watch it real quick before you bomb them, because I know where you're gonna go with this. Watch this, Unlimited.
Yes,
and please remember what you're about to say. Because I'm gonna make it short. Unlimited. What has any influencer done for Spoken? What has any influencer done for Final Fantasy 16? What has any influencer done for Astrobot, for Demon
Gran Turismo?
There you go. Now here's the grand prize one. What has any influencer done for Ratchet and Clank?
Yeah, and
see, they don't make games sell. They don't make games sell because it goes back to what Zink said. When you're too busy talking and not gaming, you can't promote gaming. Gaming is about showcasing. Go ahead.
And here's the thing with influence. They've been a net negative in my opinion because all they do, first of all, they jump on a train after it's popular.
Of the media.
Overwatch, the biggest game of 2016. Every influencer jumped on it after it blew up. The gamers made that game popular. The gamers made Fortnite popular. Then the streamers and influencers jumped on that bandwagon. So they don't add. So influence, they don't actually add anything. They come in, they suck out of it. They get whatever little money they can, and then here's what they really like to do. They turn their audiences against game by shitting on it before they leave for some reason. That's do it. You know, the moment. Listen, eventually Fortnite will stop being profitable for these streamers, and that streamer will go on a stream and say, "Man, Fortnite fucking sucks these days. Epic Games is trash." And what's going to happen? And I see this because I've seen this happen for the last decade, approximately last decade. All their viewers, like losers like Angry Joe, their viewers will go in the comment section, say, "Yeah, that game sucks," and then you know what happens? They go to the channels of those games. Right. Man, you suck, right. And then you get this weird air of negativity that I despise because I hate gamers these days. You know, and thank E-Rock. You know, I gotta thank E-Rock because for the longest I try to back off, like, no, I don't hate gamers. But you know, no, man,
different era.
I hate their fucking different. I hate the fact that channels like Young Gay have over 1 million subscribers.
Oh my
every
goodness!
Fucking video he makes is negative, and every comment section in the videos is them falling for the negativity. A lot of it are just fucking lies too. You know,
Right.
so influence legals have been a negative on the gaming community, and I despise every single one of them to the core of my gaming body. In the sense that they have the platform. They have, in theory, they should have the platform and opportunity to make gaming even more popular than ever. Because
that's right.
1,000 million upon millions of viewers to say, "Hey, play this game. It's awesome. It's amazing."
That's how you.
Here's my favorite game right now. But what they do is the exact opposite. Instead they say, "Look at how bad Starfield is so bad, isn't it, guys?" Like
they tell you what you ought to be excited for, Unlimited. What you should be excited for.
And the worst part is their audiences, all of them, just fall for it without thinking. They never do that extra bit of research of
right.
Maybe it's not as bad they say. No. Listen, Angry Joe, and here's why I'm picking on Angry Joe, because he said some bullshit about Starfield. Angry Joe
Bill said been bullshit.
He's such a loser. I don't give a fuck if he has 6 million subscribers, whatever he got. He's such a loser that he spends $7,200 every single year on Madden to do what?
Right.
Listen, it's fucking mad. It's been like Madden had this exclusivity deal since like 2006. We already know what the fucking game is.
Angry Joe wouldn't have lasted in our generation.
No,
he wouldn't have lasted in our generation.
And here's the kicker. So instead of just playing shit he likes, he spends money. He spends $70 to $100 every year.
He's true. This is true.
He says the exact same criticisms, and for some reason his audiences, and then the audience just like, yeah, Madden's, of course, yeah. And so how does that help gaming? Please, somebody explain to me. You're not. And here's another thing I despise.
That's right.
They get on their they do this fake soapbox thing, right? They get on their soapbox and they pretend to be speaking for you, and they like a politician.
Unlimited is telling the truth, boy.
I'm only hating on Starfield because I don't want you to get ripped off. No, you need content. You need views.
That's right.
That is why. Listen, that is why somebody like Paris, right, needs to be put in his place methodically on the level, because not only is he representing a position with many people that are of color, right? That are black, African American, that could be representing somebody like Era, somebody like Legal, somebody like any one of you, even 100, for example, that would love to have an opportunity to be on that position and stage with Microsoft to do something they love passionately and it comes from the heart. When he's doing it, playing the cards like, this week I'm an Xbox guy, next week I'm a Sony guy.
Right, but he bought. Listen, that ain't him. But he bought. I told you this, bro. Look, Paris ain't here to market me as a black gamer.
He's not.
He bought. Watch this. He bought. You have my back on this one. I
got you.
Paris is here to market Paris.
That's all.
If Paris wants to look. This is my point. Now, Hebot, this is another term I used to use, production. When you come to direct gaming, there is no confusion about what I represent at all. You don't come to direct gaming thinking anything outside of Xbox, because I made it clear, right? So I stand 10 toes down on Xbox. So if you like Xbox, right, and you want to have a good time with Xbox, direct gaming is a place you can come, or other people's platforms that represent Xbox.
Yeah,
right. And look,
influence do the exact opposite.
Right.
Starfield's hot right now. Let's make 1,000 fucking videos about
production.
It.
Look, here's my point. That nobody gets, production. Why are me and you out here? Why are me and you out here, production? No, but the truth.
We started this shit because we love gaming. We love Xbox.
I'm not talking about what happened to me in Starfield.
Productions, go deeper than that. The reason why me and you are here, production, because like you said, I remember when we were on Mixer and we talked about it. You may not, but I know exactly why me and you are here. You know why me and you are here? Because people like Xbox Addict is gone. Yep. I keep telling people, you want to know who a real... Right, you watch this production. You want to know who a real Xbox fan looks like? Look up Xbox Addict.
Yep.
Those are real Xbox fans.
Yep. Rest in peace
Xbox,
to Addict, man.
That's right. And we didn't have nobody. Remember when we used to see Hebot and E-Rock and them? Nobody was giving them a time of day. I said, you know what, man? They can't do it on their own. They can't be out here. Nobody, the Xbox community needs more than just 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. We need a legion. And me and production got going. We decided, let's get in it.
Yeah, and here's the thing, Legal. For me specifically, one of my main goals was to come here and be the positive Xbox guy, not the hate Sony guy, be the positive Xbox guy. And the reason why I did that specifically is because I got sick. I got sick of this trend of, man, let me just shit on everything. I want to do the opposite. I want to tell you why Xbox is great. I want to tell you why Starfield's great. I want to tell you why gaming's great. Sometimes I feel like we're the only. Sometimes I feel like we're the only ones who still like gaming. Because everybody else is fucking. Do you know every fucking big YouTuber I see? Everyone. Here's the thing. I don't be subscribed to them. They just be in the. You know how YouTube recommends shit to you. Mm-hmm. That's how I found out. Basically, every single big one just makes nothing but negative shit. None of them. And that's why I came to the conclusion not long ago that it's just a job of them.
Right. But Unlimited. I got 6%. I'm gonna make this quick. And I love you guys. Thank you for letting me be on here. Right.
Yeah. Fire, man.
Look. Man, look, we got in here, right? We got in this Xbox thing because there ain't nobody around, right? We had to build each other. We came out of places where Xbox community fans wanted to be around me. Mm-hmm. They were looking for me. The Hebot knows it's a true story, right? So we formed our own Xbox group on Facebook. Today, Hebot, it still stands 7 years later, almost 7 years later. And it's private, so people that come, they come because they want to be there. They're not coming because it's just open. They hear about it, want to be in there, and they want to be a part of it, right? That's how the Xbox community grows, because it doesn't have nowhere to go. It has to come from its own community. Yeah. If it don't, it's not going to exist, because there's nobody else out here making it happen for us.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? That's what people don't understand. Now, before I leave, go back to what production said. If I listened to the media, I wouldn't have beat Redfall. There wouldn't have been a person out there like Steve Biko.
Hey, legal. I have 240 hours on Redfall.
Right. Can't nobody tell you shit.
Nothing.
And can't nobody. Steve Bilko hit me up, because remember, Zink, I told you, hey man, I want to play. Somebody play with me, remember? So he hit me up and was like, Legal, I'll help you, man. He helped me finish it. We beat it on the hardest level. What was it, nightmare mode or something like that?
Legal. I played only solo.
Right? Yeah, you did.
Only solo.
I remember you said that. I remember you said it on the show.
Yep.
You said, man, I had to play. Now, see what I'm saying, Unlimited? That's a fucking shame. A man can't even get people. See the best.
No, I could get people. I just prefer to play solo.
That was fine.
I'm a Splinter Cell type player. I like
cool
to
then.
slowly
That's cool.
go through the game. Yeah.
No, that's fine as long as you played it the way you wanted to play it. But what I wanted to say was the beauty of that game was 4-player co-op. And guess what, Zink? You could go on the other side of the board and take your time, right? And I could be over on the other side playing the game, and it will never affect you.
I didn't know that.
And you know what else? And you want to know what else, Zink? The story. I know you know this one though. Here's the beauty of Redfall. When you're playing the game, the story is a part of the game. Mm-hmm. You don't stop and talk to somebody.
Here,
right?
You know something, and what I liked about the game, when you're playing totally by yourself, the atmosphere is fearful, like Alan Wake Nightmare. Dude, you get chills when that vampire's voice come up deep. You're like, what the fuck is that? And you have to stop, look around and see where the hell is he or she.
Right. And the fact that you beat it by yourself lets me know that you really have to take the time and get your and see the reason why it took you so many hours. I know why, because you had to get the right weapon.
Oh no, that was a second playthrough. I'm on my second playthrough, all the way on the second part of the map.
But you had to also have the right weapons to get through it.
100%.
Right.
Hey, I used that state gun as a sniper rifle.
Okay. Yeah.
It was silent.
Yeah. I know what you're talking about. And so see, if you listen to everybody, right, we wouldn't have played that game.
It was ACG. ACG came out and said, "This is the worst game I ever played." I got up from my desk, went downstairs, got the $99 buyback edition. I said, "ACG is full of shit. This game is great." That's right.
Now watch this, and I'm gonna leave on this note, fellas. Watch this. Before the game came out, it was a Gotti contention. Once they came back and we found out that people was lying about the game, and the truth came out, and then me, productions, and them put out. See, they looked at us like we were dissing the game production when we said, "Look, we want to come out. We want to make sure this game gets 60 frames." We were looking at it as put the best version out, y'all. Don't do this. That's how we were looking at it. But they saw what we were saying, and they massacred it. They massacred it. They took it and ran with it. That's right. See, it looks bad when Xbox guys, right?
Before Hebot said, they were going to dog this game when they said we're going to cancel the PlayStation version.
Yeah.
Right.
They've been throwing a hissy fit at Xbox games all year, especially the 3 Bethesda games, because they feel like it was stolen from them.
Right. E-Rock. This is what made them murder Redfall. It had nothing to do with that 30 frames. It had everything to do with Forspoken being dead. They wanted
great point.
Yup. They wanted to say we got one, so we're gonna make sure Xbox tries to get one. But guess what? Like production said, everything has failed. Redfall isn't dead.
Yep, they came out talking about it.
You see? Again. Forspoken is dead. So they still, to their greatest efforts, still failed.
Forspoken is so dead, the developer was shut down.
Thank you.
The studio was shut down.
Arcane is still fine and well. Still hiring.
There you go.
Legal. Here's another thing.
Right, Zink. Come on with it, Zink.
Matt Booty said Redfall made its numbers. No, he said that in Jeff Grubb's face. Nobody wanted to say anything. And
commercial success.
We know this because Unlimited had a show on all of the controllers he had. They don't understand that game made its money before it had to even come out.
And you want to know what else is sad? Zink? It was number 12 in the top 20 physical copy sale, right? And it was number 2 across the world most played game, and guess what it ended up coming out to be? 2 million physical copies were sold at it again. Commercial success.
Yeah, but it ain't shit though.
Right, but it right. Hey guys, I don't want to get cut off again on this marvelous show.
Thanks for pulling up, man.
Yeah, it was a pleasure.
Unlimited
legal.
Yeah, no, thank you for hollering at me, man. And guess what? I'm gonna guess you on the next show. We're gonna continue this. So I'm gonna let you know when we hit and let's do it. Yeah, we'll do it. And Zink, you too. I'm gonna hit Zink. Come on in. I had Hebot already. I had E-Rock already. I'm gonna get you two guys to come in with the crew because I can't get that many more people. So I'm gonna squeeze y'all two in and return the favor. Shout out to Tuck Master out of Oklahoma. I know he didn't get a lot that when he was talking, I was out. But shouts to him, man. One love to Tuck. One love to E-Rock, man. One love to Hebot. That's my oldest compadre right there. That's my oldest amigo right there, man. That dude, boy, I owe that. Hey, listen, man. When I tell you the trenches, I can't name you another one. Hebot was right there. He was right there, I'll never forget that. Cause man, I'm telling y'all right now, they know. Believe me, they know. That's why we dance around in the lilies. We dance around in the lilies, bro.
Hebot has done more for the community than anybody I know.
Word up.
You know why Unlimited?
He's trying to keep the controllers, Xbox
Series
X.
Right.
He was getting people Xbox Series X when that shit was
when you couldn't get them.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep. Unlimited. Yeah, you know why I know? You want to know why I know Hebot's a nut? I when I first tried to do my historian war with him, I lost in like 10 minutes.
No. You know what I'm saying? You learn fast. You learn fast to debate with Hebot.
That you can't. Yeah, you can't, because this dude will start naming games that you never heard before. So I went and got my dude. There's a dude called David Bond, who's a good one too. And he hung with Hebot. Hebot was marveled that this dude and he's a Nintendo dude. But he's so deep with gaming that we brought him on into our community. He was out there by himself. And we said, nah, man, we respect you because you know you're gaming, right? So there's a lot of people out there just like Hebot that we don't even know because guess what? They feel out of place. They feel not wanted. And we just want to say to you, if you're one of these people, man, we want to hear from you. You know what I'm saying? You got somewhere where people will let you talk. You know what I'm saying?
That's where I got my name from, my boy Zink Griffin. He's been gaming longer than me. But grew up on my block, but you know, we've been doing it forever.
So what came out before Pong?
I don't know.
Because Zink been there. Zink was playing Pong with the scientists.
Sure was, dude.
Yeah,
hey man,
yeah, exactly.
and like the reason I can't wait for Forza, that was the first thing I had in 1970, playing those electric racing car sets.
That's crazy. Yeah,
my first toy.
Right.
Yep.
Right. You told me that.
Yeah,
that's right.
And that guys, we're gonna start wrapping it up and start calling it a night.
Y'all. Out of here, y'all.
Yeah, Legal. Thank you again.
All right, Legal.
Man,
No problem,
it's great.
y'all.
As we call it, the Texas Connect, man.
That's it. It's the connection, the Texas connection, baby.
Yeah, next time I see you, it'll probably be on your channel. But
We're
man,
doing it.
Great having you on, man.
We're gonna continue this one. We're gonna continue this one.
Yeah, man.
You're not letting up.
Peace,
Man, I appreciate
Legal.
all y'all, man. E-Rock, listen to you. Look at E-Rock. I got you, man. Look, man, I'm sorry, brother. I'm running for president. Look, E-Rock's so stupid. Hey, one love, y'all. Appreciate it, man. Thank y'all so much, man. Appreciate y'all. Shout out to that Xbox community. We out of here, man.
Absolute excellent show, man. So follow Tuckmaster, the host of the Lions Den podcast. He dropped, and follow Hebot, the world's most powerful gamer. You know, but with that said, we're gonna give our final thoughts and call it a night. And E-Rock X, man, it's always it, man. You already know me, man. It's already great when you get to hang out. So give us your final thoughts and your outro.
Hey man, Starfield, I'm enjoying it. Todd Howard, Bethesda did the thing. I'm enjoying it, but got to get my enjoyment in while I can because October, man, Forza Motorsports is dropping, and my God, Assassin's Creed Mirage and Jusant is dropping. So you know, man, as always, man, Xbox is the best box. Like Sega man always says, we eating good over here, man. And you know, it was great to pop in for a few minutes, man, and talk that gaming. And about to get back on some Starfield.
Word up.
Awesome stuff. And excuse me, other Zink.
Same, man. I'm with E-Rock, man. I looked down, my phone chimed in. I'm like, damn, I'm supposed to be on with Unlimited. I'm over here sneaking around playing Starfield, you know, and everybody is playing the game differently. And Vaca is telling me to do this thing. My robot is saying, hey, we need to go to this planet. And I'm like, bruh, I want to do this over here. And I thought I was looking for Mass Effect. I got Mass Effect. Then I said, maybe it might not be a lot of shooting. Man, every outpost I infiltrate, that won't that work. So that's it, man. Go ahead with Hebot. I'm good.
Yeah, well, Hebot.
And I gotta stop Unlimited. I know Unlimited trying to get the fuck out of here because you know you had niggas on that running for state governor and shit. Yeah. But yo, man, you find out real fast that robot ain't shit, man. Just use one of your companions.
I'm sick of that damn robot.
I be having the white girl, whatever her name is, the English chick back me up, man. The robot ain't shit, man. You know what I mean? Sooner or later you'll have this mission where you get to get this hyped up spaceship. Pick your companion because the robot ain't shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
For me, I got my girl Andraja, man. That's the one I'm trying to get.
My daughter told me to get her when I come across her.
Yeah. So for me, like, you know, we didn't get a chance to really talk about our experience with Starfield, which is fine. But for me, man, right now, first of all, I've ran into like 5 people already who want me to add them to their crew, and I just add all of them. So I'm building up the whole damn space fleet in my version, and I barely touched the damn main story. So Starfield, I didn't
touch the main story at all.
Yeah. I barely. I think I collected like 3 artifacts or some shit. And other than that, I just be. For example, this is how crazy one. I went to Random Planet, and it just turned out to be like a resort. Some like right, a resort or something like that, right? And like so, if anybody that doesn't, for the RPG fans, I just don't know how this is my game of the year. And
Unlimited, the planets are empty. He's lying. He's lying, Rock. The planets are empty.
Yeah. Barren empty wastelands. But
Unlimited. I know you try to get out of here, man. Just give it 5 more minutes because we didn't get a chance to talk about Starfield because you know y'all was having a heated debate about the state of the nation. But I've only you ain't getting a word at edgewise when legal get on the show. God damn! But so I went downstairs. I baked the cake. I went out and I talked to my neighbors for about 30 minutes. So far because your ship scientifically can't just hop across the galaxy. You gotta hop to the nearest like star system and shit. Yep. So you gotta go from Alpha Centauri to this place. I done been to so many planets that you can actually land on. One time I was in this it's called the Sol system, which is our solar system, right? Yeah. And so I said, man, I left Jupiter wherever I was at. I said, I want to go to Earth. I went to Earth, and what I found was not too fucking encouraging. So this leads me to believe that Starfield exists in the same galaxy as Elder Scrolls and in the same galaxy as the same universe as Fallout. Because when I got to Earth, the temperature was cold. There was no flora or fauna. So I'm like, what the fuck happened? I'm like, oh my God, Fallout. That's what the fuck happened. Yeah. Them motherfuckers literally left the Earth. Man, I done seen alien creatures. I done fought these dudes called spacers. I had this mission, this crazy ass mission where the ship is called the Mantis, I think. It's this hype ass ship you get, but the mission is like level 20, right? Mm-hmm. So do not bring the fucking robot, because the robot ain't shit, man. I'll be yelling at my TV screen like, yo, nigga, you have my fucking back. The white girl, Sarah, whatever her name is, she be having my back. She down with it. But yo, man, Starfield, so far, I've been surprised at how deep Todd Howard went with it. It's infinitely replayable. There's no way you're going to get bored with it. And like we were saying earlier, there's no way you're going to fly from Earth to fucking Pluto. It's going to take too goddamn long. The fact that girl, Alana, whatever her name is, did that shit, was amazing. I don't have that kind of time. I got a couple of hours a day, maybe, the fucking game. I don't have that kind of time. But Starfield literally is what Todd Howard and said it was going to be. And for you assholes out there, the reason why fast travel is in it, and the reason why you can space jump, is because this game would be untenable traveling from planet. Who the fuck is going to play an 8-hour game? I don't have time for that shit.
Hey, let me call you a lie, E-Rock, because you can't fast travel all the time. I wanted to fast travel back to my ship, but the screen said, "Hey, bro,
you're probably too far at the ground."
He said you got too much. You carrying too much shit.
Yeah, that's right.
I wanted to drop all that stuff I got. I needed it, so I walked my ass all the way back to the ship.
Everything is scientifically sound. Everything makes sense. Sometimes I be bitching at the goddamn game for being too technical, man. We go to one planet and I gotta put on a spacesuit. Then I gotta go to another planet.
Helmet on.
Start running. My mirror and oxygen. I'm like, goddamn. But they made it like that to keep it like kind of grounded in some realism. Yeah. Hey, I ain't even drag your shit on, man. But we never really talked about the fucking game. It's fantastic, man.
Yep. It really is. You know. And one of the things I'm loving about modern gaming is that these games are just living up to their hype. You know, Hogwarts Legacy last year, I remember specifically telling E-Rock, we got to talk about Hogwarts. It ended up being a brilliant game. Starfield is not only exceeding my expectations. Assassin's Creed is my favorite video game series of all time. Mirage is not touching Starfield this year. I'm sorry. It's just not. Starfield is such an encompassing game that it's a game that I really, if I wasn't the gamer I was, thinking E-Rock, I might not play another game this year if it wasn't for Game Pass. If Game Pass didn't exist.
Well, I'm buying Forza, of course.
Yeah. I mean, I'm buying.
You buying your game?
I'm buying Assassin's Creed. I'm buying. You know, they're hearing full of games I'm still buying this year. But still, my point is, the game is so massive that it hits that need. It hits that need of the type of games that I personally enjoy. Like, the reason why I'm an RPG fan is because of games like this, where I could just do what I want and I'm not beholden to being forced to do the story, which is honestly the least interesting part of the game. And that's not. And the story is great so far. But let's be real. When I'm stopping, like at one point, E-Rock, I had to stop a whole fucking conspiracy against me, right? Right, and that side quest was so long. I thought it was the main story, and then until I realized, wait, I'm not progressing in the story, and then I was like, oh shit, okay, let me get back to that main mission.
See, that's why I'm just playing the game.
Yeah, and it reminds me reminds me of a more dense version of the Assassin's Creed trilogy, the RPG trilogy, which has some of the best side quests I've ever played as well in those games, man. And so my point is, E-Rock, this game, to say it exceeded expectations is an understatement. I absolutely love it.
The chat made me think of something. What? I'm only, get this, I'm only a level 4. What level? Yeah. What the Jeremy Brown and a couple others said that Nene said they're level 13. What level are you? E-Rock and Unlimited.
Yeah,
level 10.
Yeah, I'm also at level 12 or 13.
Yeah, my daughter is a level 6.
Yeah, and I've done all that so far, and I haven't scratched the surface. And let me say this before we close. This I don't know, the reviews were bullshit, because I was asking E-Rock, how the fuck did they rush through this game in 20 hours when I'm 20 hours in and haven't done shit? Dude. And I forgot what E-Rock told me, but it was a really good answer.
They haven't played the game fully. They speed ran it, or maybe Bethesda sent them a copy where they could speed run it. Mm-hmm. It's impossible to. Like, you would have to sequester yourself, as they say in law. You have to sequester yourself in a room and not do shit all week to finish Starfield. And even then, you might not finish it. Yep. It's infinitely just too much shit to do.
Yep.
And for people like me, it's excellent. And for people who need something quicker, it's probably not. As much
horrible.
As I hate to, and
it's horrible for somebody like E-Bot. It's horrible. That game, it takes you forever just to fucking do one mission. But that's what RPG fans love.
Exactly. Yep. Thank you, E-Rock. Thank you.
And Jay is like me. Jay said, I haven't completed a mission either.
And that's the beauty. See, and that's why that genre appeals to me so much. But here's the beauty about Xbox. If you're not a Starfield fan and you want something quicker, you got a game called Hi-Fi Rush. You got a game called Ravenlock. Mm-hmm. These are games that you could beat in a solid amount of time. They're not that long. I beat both of them this year. Excellent games, by the way. And two games that would be on my personal top 10 of this year. That's why I'm so hardcore against the negativity, right? Because when I'm playing these games, E-Rock and Zinc, and I'm having these amazing experiences, and it's just my brain just does not understand how gaming sucks outside of the people who play Madden, GTA, Forza, and Fortnite. Like, if that's all you've been playing for the last couple of years, of course it's gonna suck, because spice is the variety of life. You need something different, but for some reason they purposely keep themselves beholden to the same type of Sony games: third person, story driven, the long cutscenes, the melodrama. The Resident Evil, a game
trying to get a remake, game of the year.
A remake of a game that was released on literally every fucking platform, right? Yep. So I don't understand why that was remade. And then they come to this weird conclusion that gaming sucks. Meanwhile, E-Rock plays games like Jusant and Dordon, whatever that game's pronounced, and these really beautiful artistic style games, right? And then he'll tell me about it, and here I'm trying out a game like Guilt. I didn't have interest in when that shit was on the Google Stadia, and yet he's telling me how great it is. I'm like, oh shit, $20, fuck it, let me give it a try, right? That's how gaming should be. It should be, man, let me introduce you to an experience you wouldn't otherwise have.
And then here, E-Rock is gonna cuss me out, because as soon as we hang up from this damn call, I'm going downstairs, pause the football game, then get my Gears achievements for the day, then get into Starfield.
I love it, man. So with that, everybody, thank you for today's show. It was absolutely excellent. Even though it was great. It's great to have new people on.
Always.
Makes
I'm so glad. I was never on with Legal before.
Yeah, man. And here's the thing. Seriously, I kid you not. 10 minutes before we went on, I just hit him up because he put up a funny tweet. And I, you know what? Let me see what he's up to. And he said, "Yeah, I can make it. I'm just getting off work." And I'm like, "Cool, man. Just jump in whenever you can."
You're not going to find a more passionate brother. He's passionate about Xbox, and that's what we look for. That's what we look for. That's what we want.
The only thing I need to do is I need to schedule who to bring on because I can't have Hebot and New League on the same fucking show. We're 2 hours in. We were 2 hours in and started talking about the damn game. That's a little too long, man. I'm not gonna lie. I get a little winded. About an hour and a half in, I'm usually ready to end it.
Yeah, but we have some important things to say. But I love this Starfield. I want to. All of our experiences are going to be different, and I can't. I like to hear Dr. Bach and the community. I want to hear what you guys did, in the game that I may never do,
Yeah, that's a great. I might do something like that later this week at that time. But all right, everybody, enjoy the rest of your week, guys. Just enjoy the success of Xbox and gaming, and we are out.
Peace.
All right.